at, man? There's the box, the red box. There's the red box. You know what that means.
We here.
Come on, man.
We here.
Big
Knicks
day.
Rehab.
Knicks Rehab. Fabian perspective expected, so accept it. Deja un like, comentario y suscribe.
Listen, let's get right to it. I don't care what he said. Big day today. Big night tonight. And let me say this. The NBA, when the season is over, they might have to come back to the table with our Knicks. We may need some more games televised, baby. We may need the whole season televised, baby. Yeah.
They made a big mistake last game out. Look, the last game with the Pacers, who was on TNT or ESPN? It was the Lakers and Celtics.
Once again, they're gonna have to come back to the table. We gotta redo this whole thing. We need 82 games, all primetime national live. Yeah,
I think that's Big Baby Jonathan with Big Baby Sports. Is going to be a good game tonight. I got your team winning tonight. We're going to talk about that in a second. Oh, man, this is about to get toxic if the Knicks win today. It's been toxic, Aaron. That's why they love us. Yeah. They really love us. Remember what Snoop said? Y'all don't love us.
Early.
Y'all don't love us?
Big Baby Jonathan, Snoop what up, baby? Yeah.
What? We know where we at. Knicks in the house. Knicks Rehab versus the Lakers. We talk about everything, but every trade scenario, every hook and cranny and scam that Rich Paul and them and LeBron trying to come up with to come to the most popping team, maybe in sports. Let's get this straight.
It's not
in sports.
Not a maybe. Please, can you please say that again without the maybe? Because there's not a maybe. Please, if you don't mind.
We interrupt this broadcast for a real message. The most popping team in any sport.
Thank you.
The New York Knickerbockers, a.k.a. the Knicks. Oh, boy, how do we feel about going into the Lakers versus Knicks tonight?
Listen, I'm going to start off by, oh, you want to mess with me now? Listen. Huge game tonight. This game is so huge, LeBron and AD sat out just so they could come to the Garden. So it goes to show you the Boston Garden is not more important than playing in Madison Square Garden. That's how important this game is to the players. I'm going to repeat that. LeBron and AD sat out for the Boston game, which has been a rivalry before we was born. Boston versus Lakers, LA versus Boston, Celtics versus Lakers. They sat out so they could play in the Garden. That's what basketball. Look how great life is, how great basketball, how great sports is when the Knicks is great. Listen, this is a huge game because it's no coincidence all of a sudden everybody's on the Knicks bandwagon, from the NBA, from Adam Silver, from LeBron James, Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, from now all of a sudden all the analysts. Everybody's a Knicks bandwagon now. So that's how huge this game is tonight. Because for me, you know, Laker fans, LeBron fans, listen, man, they just as bad as Knicks fans. They think they mess don't stink. They think they know it all. And once again, it's a rivalry. Listen, this is a huge game tonight. But I want to say something. The Clutch thing, the Adam Silver thing, it just goes to show you they love you when you hot. Why is Jalen Brunson invited to NBA All-Star Weekend to play in a three-point contest? He's not a three-point shooter. You know why? Knicks. Like, come on, bro. So for me, you know, I'm just happy that people are starting to pay homage and starting to see that we have a legit superstar. And y'all know the drill. Becky Hammond. Hey, girl, how you doing? Candace Parker, Shaq, Kenny Smith, his phony ass. Excuse my language. New York City in the building. But come on, bro. None of y'all believe. Big shout out to Charles Barkley. He keep it real. You may not like him, but I love what he said. Jalen Brunson should be starting in the All-Star game. I don't care who y'all take out. You know, so this is a huge game tonight. And on the other end, it's a huge game for the Lakers as well. Because I'm going to be honest. I think this is the night, depending on how the Lakers lose, Darvin Ham will be fired. I'm saying it first. if the Lakers lose in the Garden with the injuries we have, and has there been any news about OG playing tonight?
Let me look that up.
Right, while you look that up. If we beat the Lakers, I think Darvin Ham gets fired. So for me, it's listen, man, it's content all over the place. It's going to be news all over the place. Brunson is going to take his to another level, while LeBron and them, they got the perfect excuse. Darvin Ham will be fired tonight if they lose to the Knicks in a certain fashion. If it's a blowout, Darvin Ham is done. So yeah, I'm come on, Channel 7, prime time, 8:30. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the drill. Come on, man. So this is what Brunson did for the city. It gives me goosebumps when I think about it, because we got a player we can relate to, and we have a player that works hard and just want to play basketball. And that's all the Knicks fan base ever asked for. That's it. Give us 100%. And then now he got the supporting cast. And I'm going to leave him with this, Fabian, and let you go. We not even fully healthy. I'm going to say it again. We not even fully healthy. Hey, man, big game tonight. I'm looking forward to watching it. Of course, I'm going with my Knicks. But I would love to see what happens when the Lakers lose tonight. What's going to be the rumblings now? What trades are they going to be looking for? Is LeBron James being traded legit? And should Darvin Ham and Pelinka be fired? I'm really looking forward to this game tonight, because it's bigger than basketball tonight.
I just want to point this out. I know we left it in the past, but it's just funny to me. LeBron James on being asked about playing for the Knicks today. I've thought about it in my career before. LeBron, we don't want you here, bro.
At
we
all.
Don't. Come visit us. Come get a taste, pause, close-up picture that you possibly can from that bench or wherever you're going to be at tonight, because he's showing you what you missed out on. I just seen something else where you guys, you stormed out of Miami, and you left Miami, you left another good organization. Leon Rose, I've said this before. This might be the most legendary thing ever in sports history, what Leon Rose has done with the Knicks. This is just horrible what's happened. I don't think Michael Jordan, LeBron, none of these guys could have done what Leon Rose did under the teeth of a James Dolan.
Wow.
Even LeBron would have came here, and I don't know what he would have done. Maybe at his highest powers, you bring in D Wade, and yeah, that works. But that's not this. Like, we have a real gritty team, and shout out to Flea. I called him, and I think I told you, when we were playing the Heat, as soon as I said, damn, this is the best team in the league, as soon as I said that, Julius Randle got hurt. He fell on his shoulder. It just feels that way. You could tell I felt that way about the Celtics 2 seasons ago. Second half of the season, they turned up defensively. And all of a sudden I said, yo, these guys like play defense like a pack of wolves. Like, I haven't seen this all season. They turned it around. They figured out their issue with Jalen Brown versus Tatum, and we figured it out with RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. Once he goes, now we see what happens. And we're missing our guys, though. OG Anunoby, by the way, as of the latest injury report, is questionable for the game. And they had Quentin Grimes is out for tonight with a sprained right knee.
Okay.
Both of those guys are out.
Well, OG questionable.
OG is questionable. I would love for him to play, because if you have Anthony Davis out there, that's what I want to see. Another premier big man who they should be feeding, and they don't have the personnel to really feed him. They're going about it the wrong way, I think. Too much ball stopping over there on the perimeter to not give Anthony Davis the ball and just operate like Anthony Davis should be. But when he does get the ball, I would love to see OG Anunoby on him if he is healthy. If you're not healthy, take your time, bro. Like, the way he helped get this team on this roll is amazing. 3 in a row now. We expected to lose one of these games without him, because Randall went down and it was like inflammation of the elbow. What the hell is that? Are you a pitcher? What's going on? So we won 3 in a row without him, and the momentum is kind of like there still. What Jalen Brunson did last game was amazing. So amazing. I did ask you this offline. was that Pacer game, not the coming out party, because for us, we knew about Brunson. Like I said, I thought we were the best team in the league versus the Miami Heat. That's when it hit me.
Right.
But for everybody else, Zach Lowe, shout out to you. You're a big Knicks fan, but now he's a superstar. Becky Hammond was on your show. You had nothing to say. Like, on your set. The only one we know for a fact on that ESPN stage was Kendrick Perkins bigging us up. Everybody else had doubt, except for Shanae, I think. Shanae, like, quietly tried to, she wasn't as loud as he is, and that's her personality. That's cool. But Kendrick was very loud about this. Like, yo, what's going on over there? That's special. Where was this at, Zach Lowe? Like, it wasn't that Pacer game that made everybody realize, damn, they're down 3 guys and they got this going on?
Well, for me, what I noticed with sports, people are afraid to be wrong. And one thing with sports, 46 years old, I've been watching sports my whole life. Nobody's always right. And to me, diehard fans, you toughen it out. You're not afraid to make a mistake. You're not afraid to be wrong. And these guys was hedging their bet. People was afraid to jump out the window because, once again, they're thinking of the back in the days Knicks, where, eventually it's going to go down the drain, and then now you're going to be trolled and laughed at. But once again, if you watch the game, if you supposedly know basketball, you know this is the real deal. It started with trading Obi. When they traded Obi, I said, we up to something. We up to something. And a lot of people didn't understand, we traded Obi for nothing. And, and I said, and then once we made the OG trade, I went crazy because I understood. When you understand the game, I've been saying this. You cannot win the NBA Finals without having a 3-and-D guy. Do your research. Giannis when they had PJ Tucker. Toronto, Kawhi Leonard. Bruce Brown last year with the Denver Nuggets. You can go Golden State with Draymond Green. You need a 3-and-D guy. And when we got one of those, because we never had one of those, think about it. I said, okay. So for me, a lot of closet Knicks fans, because they scared of the fire. They thinking, this ain't gonna, like I said, but us, listen, if we trash, we gonna talk mess. If we like this, we gonna talk mess. That's what true fans are. So for me, big shout out Kendrick Perkins, because he said it with his chest. And that goes to show you he's watching the games. Everybody else not watching the games. That's why they only gonna say what they think. They only gonna say what they, as far as thinking about the past. But if you sat there and watched all these Knicks games, just reminds me of the Allen Iverson Philadelphia 76ers run. We are built just like that. Think about it. Josh Hart is Eric Snow and them guys. AI is Brunson. You got OG who's McKee and them guys. Mutombo, combination of Hartenstein, Mitchell. Come on, bro. So for me, I'm watching something special, and a lot of guys are scared to jump on the bandwagon because, once again, they scared to take the heat. But if you're scared of the heat, get out the kitchen. We here. This is legit. This is legit. I'm sorry.
I think also to add on to that analogy, Theo Ratliff got hurt and they traded for Mutombo. So Mitchell Robinson, leader of the defense, gets hurt, and we not trade, but we bring up, Hartenstein, who's just
exactly.
I mean, they're gonna find out today the hard way. Like, this is the Clippers are missing that guy. Shout out to Dom Dropper. He told me about him. He said, "Yo, you're gonna really like that guy. He plays smart. He's passing everything, and he was on the money about that." But you hit it on the nose. Like, I didn't think about it that way. Everyone was just scared to be wrong, and we weren't scared to argue about RJ Barrett. We weren't scared about, like, when we said he's not a starter. He's not number one. Like, what is this? At a certain point, that number 3 pick, what does that mean? Like, we're not talking about being a number 3 pick. Right now, Scoot Henderson is the number 2 pick of last year's draft. What does he really bring to the table? Like, no disrespect to him.
You don't know he in the league.
There's 6 or 7 guys, rookies, that we go, Jaime Jaquez, the kid Hawkins from the Pelicans. There are so many rookies this year that it's like, bro, you're not even, and I'm not saying you're not going to be in the league for long, but it's number 2 pick. At what point, if you're the Blazers, do you go, damn, do we make a mistake? How is he gonna adjust? Because that's when IQ kicks in and everything. And time is everything, of course. But with
Right.
RJ Barrett, we have 4 or 5 seasons. I saw after the 3rd or 4th season, bro. You came back with that same game, and then you came back this season off the Canada game, and it was like, okay, so we're going back and forth with the RJ Barrett fans about it. And that's something that we always get credit for too, is that they talk about the Knicks fan base, like the New York fan bases. They always say, oh, we're the smartest fan base. And I never understood it because I'm just like, I guess we grew up that way. No matter where we are, we're going to argue about basketball. And usually there's certain people I don't even like arguing with about basketball. I'll weed you out. And, you know, we catch a lot of flack for that too. But it's like, I'm willing to say what I feel, even though it's crazy. Even though, like yesterday, I told Flea, yo, this is a championship team, like it or not. Nah, I don't say that yet. Eastern Conference is fine. Eastern Conference Finals. Well, what does that mean? Bro, you're a step away from the finals. That means a couple of plays here or there, you're going to win. Like, if you're in the Eastern Conference Finals, what, like, you're there. That's 8 games away from winning it all, period. How do we win these 8 games? We're totally confident in that point guard, Jalen Brunson. Now Tom Thibodeau got his personnel. We're totally confident. Julius Randle getting it. Hold on, I got to slow down. I think it's my wife told me I was watching the tape. I had to slow down, stop shooting threes.
Right. She had to
We're
check.
we had the culture is high IQ. The culture is winning. That's always like, so as a fan, all we're saying is put us in that position, the Eastern Conference Finals, bro. Anybody could get it. We just smacked the champions. Like, I could see if it was, yo, somebody got hurt, Jamal Murray's coming back from injury.
Right.
There was no excuses. You're away from Denver. We're starting to see your kinks in your armor too. Nuggets. What are you away from that Denver, Colorado atmosphere? You come to the Garden. You haven't even really felt the playoff atmosphere yet. And by the way, what is Villanova play? They like, what is that? I watch college ball. Pardon me, guys. I don't watch college ball. Is Villanova Big East?
Yes.
Okay. They won twice in the championship, NCAA championship with Brunson there. He knows what this atmosphere feels like.
He won in high school as well.
And he's getting smacked around. The one thing about him is I don't like him crying to the ref like that. He got to, dial back on that. But after he did get hit, he did get hit. No matter what happened, he came back, went to the crowd like, yeah, that's the warrior guy that we've been looking for. It doesn't feel fake. It's all authentic. And it's all motivational. Like, and it's smart ball. Like, forget about, that's all a movie script type of characteristic we're talking about. But we're also talking about just winning basketball and true talent.
Yeah, well, I don't have a problem with him crying to the refs because he's actually getting fouled. And the NBA is slick. If you don't say nothing, they're gonna act like they don't know nothing. It's the same refs from 100 years ago. They show favoritism to people. So sometimes you do got to show them up. That's why big shout out to Ant-Man. He said, I'm going to take the fine. I don't like how certain players get this. I love the matchup between him and SGA because he knows that's who you got to go through to get that man who passed off as the best young player in the league. But I don't want to veer off. This is Knicks Rehab. My point is, I don't mind Brunson doing that because it's letting them know, bruh, listen, I'm getting fouled. And then when you see the replays, he's getting hit. So I have no problem with that because I like how his father checks him. Bro, stop complaining. Play. But let me say something that you asked me earlier. You asked that game against Indiana in the Garden, was that his come-out party? Was that his moment of superstardom? I'm going to say yes. And I'm also going to say this. That happens nowhere else but New York. I've seen superstars hit game winners. I've seen championship final games. It's never like that. The Knicks, we have been waiting so long for a player like that to root for. He makes you want to root for him. When you watch that game, I watched it again. He almost got fouled every play. Imagine he's tired. Think about it. OG not there. Grimes not there. Randall not there. We down 15. We down 17. Couldn't catch a break. We get it to 4. We miss a whole lot of threes. They get it back up to 10, 12. And it's almost like, yo, I can't do nothing up. And he pulls through. And what is the New York fan base? What is our city? Gritty, grimy, workhorse, and he never gave up, never gave up, never gave up. So for me, that was his coming out party against Indiana, against his rival as far as point guards. No coincidence, he's the guard. The All-Star game is in Indiana. He's starting. So for me, let me ask you a question. Brunson better than Stephon Marbury as a Knick?
As a Knick, hell yeah. That's not close.
Stay there. All right. Is he better than Stephon Marbury, period?
I mean, we asked this before. Flea was on here. There's no way I'm taking Marbury to run my team. I'm running my franchise with him. It's just even because
hold on, no. All right, you can finish that, but I'm just asking, who you think is a better basketball player?
Brunson, because
wow,
Marbury's clearly more talented. I've said it before, bro. Who the hell is more talented than Stephon Marbury at point guard ever? I said it before. How could quick first step is insane. He can make I don't say almost any pass, but he has court vision, scoring ability. I always said his biggest issue was that he never moved to the 2 guard, and he actually never played more like Brunson, because he came in that era, late 90s, where AI finally said, yo, I'm a 2 guard. Right. I don't care what y'all got to say. I'm not apologizing. I'm going to go score. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting buckets. Marbury, you got buckets. Nobody could guard Stephon Marbury. So maybe it's a combination of battling that conflict, but at the same time, that's where IQ kicks in, and that's when the realizations kick in, and for whatever reason, you are who you are. You're in conflict, and that's maybe what stunted your growth. Brunson, from the beginning to now, and even with the leadership word you just threw out there, I don't remember Marbury being a leader. You know what I'm saying? If he had this intangible, this wouldn't even be a conversation.
Wow.
If he had that leadership quality, it wouldn't be a convo, bro. Like, he had a Mario over there in Phoenix. You left Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Like, if you were able to take less money and go, hold on, history of the league, big man, little man, but both nice. Let me chill. Am I gonna find another Kevin Garnett somewhere? You know, Brunson left Luka. Don't get it twisted. Very similar. Hold on a second. Very damn, AllBall. He left Luka.
Right. But the way Marbury left Minnesota is not the way Brunson left Luka. There was a little tension, a little smoke there, from what I heard, right? I'm saying Brunson left because Dallas ain't want to give him the money. And the money that we gave him, that's the minimum at this point for stars/superstars. So, you know, I'm not going to act like I know the inside of what happened with Marbury and Garnett. I mean, in Minnesota, I only could, go off of what I heard. But what Brunson is doing, I don't want to take it this far. I'm saying, for New Yorkers, when the last time we seen this? This energy wasn't even like this for Melo. Like, let me tell you what Brunson just did. Because Bob Myers missed out on him, and he said he kicking himself in the butt for that. So it goes to show you, I don't care how much basketball you know or you play or whatever. A lot of these guys don't know the game. They just know analytics. They just know what they see. Brunson is making you now have to watch basketball, not highlights. He don't have the Kyrie handle. He don't have the John Morant athleticism. He don't have the Steph Curry range from 3. He don't have the nonsense off the court. He's a great basketball player. The intangibles, the leadership, the herky-jerky, the toughness. Come on, man. Come on. Like, we got our superstar.
Real quick with the Bob Myers thing, he said he's a winner. I don't want to gloss over that because winning is a skill too. Some people lose, some people win. I remember Jay Wright. He was the coach of Villanova, Coach Brunson, Coach DiVincenzo, and these guys over there. Jay Wright called Bob Myers, the general manager of the Warriors at the time. Why is nobody talking about Brunson? He's not going to post up like he is at Villanova. He's too small. And Jay Wright said he's the best bad player on the team, and that was Mikal Bridges. That was guys like DiVincenzo. They had some good players on that team. So Mikal Bridges, come on now, he's thought of to be super talented, and we understand when these guys line up next to each other at 15, 16 years old, 19 years old, we can actually project him to be better than Brunson. Mikal Bridges is probably more talented than Jalen Brunson. But again, what you always talk about is that that heart, man, that heart. And real quick, just to go back to the Marbury thing, Kevin Garnett said it was all ego.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah.
He wasn't really not to blame anybody, but they were both young. That's what messed up. That's what messed us up with Steph. Kevin Garnett blames ego for his fallout with Stephon Marbury in Minnesota. Right? So the thing is, there is no ego with Brunson. And you could feel that, like, of course, got the warrior spirit pounding the chest and everything. There's ego in terms of like good ego. He is just enough. It's that formula. We know we're all men. We've all been there where we think we all at. You got to get humbled. His pops is around. His pops sitting right there. All these, again, are ingredients to make fun of us if everything went downhill. Because trust you me, this was all the ingredients for laughing stock of the end of sports. Yep. You guys got the whole Villanova team over there. Look what you did. It's all set up. You hired his father for what? To lose again?
Great point.
This doesn't feel like the Dallas Cowboys. This doesn't feel like any of that. You got people saying, Bob Myers, the general manager, the former general manager of the Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, saying, damn, we messed that up. Shit. And to touch on the topic real quick about the crying thing, there was Brunson I saw, he was yelling at the ref too crazy. The most aggressive I've seen him, which I like, by the way.
Right.
I just hate the flailing of the arms, but there was one time when he said it aggressive, and I could tell. He walked over to the ref right after that same Pacer game and apologized. Yo, my bad. You know, it's too crazy. I could tell, like, oh, my man is politicking. Like everything they're gonna say that we're just Brunson D-Riders or whatever it is. Hey, look, you guys with D-Riding guys, we look at you like you're crazy. And it just so happens I'll be a Jalen Brunson stan because he does it the right way. Yeah. Look, we're talking about people that had egos and everything. This is who you want your son to go like. This is the right way to do it. I don't even know if I did life the right way. This guy's doing it the right way. Everything again. Who do we compare him to yesterday? From New York City history, modern day history. Derek Jeter. Somebody else with his pops in the stands and the family. Like, damn, that's what we need. We make fun of John Morant all the time with his pops there, and they still mess up or whatever it is. The ball family. Maybe his pops is too crazy, too loud. Jalen Brunson and them, damn, they're just showing you a different way to get it done, and it just seems like the right way to do this thing. Hey, by the way, shout out to all 72 people in the building. AllBall TV is on fire. On fire. You see the fireworks? Knicks Rehab in the building.
Yeah.
Love all of y'all, all the comments. You want to get to some comments, AllBall?
Just real quick before you get to the comments. Your take just now was immaculate. But there's one thing you forgot. What if the OG trade didn't work and we went on a loser streak? Would they be having a field day?
Yeah.
Hey, let me just say this before you read the comments. Nobody retracted nothing they said when Barrett and Quickly had them first 1 or 2 games. Everybody went crazy. Nobody said nothing. But go ahead, my brother. Big shout out to everybody in the building. Thank you.
No, also to add to that, you threw the OB trade was major. That was unraveling of the core of the team that we have now. Then you made the trade for OG. Because remember, as Knicks fans, like I told you, the only reason why I'm such a big Halliburton fan is because I saw him in Sacramento. I saw it next to De'Aaron Fox. I'm like, I don't know if I'd rather have Fox over Halliburton. This guy is ill. See him in the Pacers, I'm like, damn, we really missed out on this. They took a huge bet with Brunson. Like, they are so correct on this. That's the thing that's just like shocking, by the way. Again, it had all the makings of the world of high risk. I didn't expect this reward, actually. I did not expect this reward. I don't think anybody expected this kind of guy. This is amazing. I'm hoping everybody feels the same way. There's a whole bunch of I told you so's. We're still arguing with people thinking he's not a superstar. Right. We finally got media members going out there finally admitting this guy's a superstar.
Yes.
He's in New York. Gary Payton, I didn't forget what you said about New York City in the 90s. Like, he's dealing with all that too. So what's the problem? Like, you wait till you guys see them in the playoffs. That's all we could say, because you guys clearly don't watch us. Let's get to these comments.
Let's go. Let's go.
I respect your team. They've been playing great this year. They deserve credit. If LeBron James goes to your team, he's going to be nothing but drama. We don't trust it. We just can't. We don't want to ruin what's going on here.
Exactly.
Yo, shout out from Germany, my man. Yo, speak of the Deutsch. Dankeschön. You kidding me, Germany? The New York Knickerbockers are a good team. Phoenix plays E. What's good, man?
What up, my dude?
You don't have a legit superstar. Relax. Hey, Phoenix plays E. You another one. You're going to learn the hard way, bro.
Yep.
Wait till you watch that game tonight. Stationed overseas, but will always be a Knicks fan wherever I be. There you go.
Dope.
Aaron P. I think the Lakers' chances tonight depend if AD plays tonight. Big time. Big time. But AD's going to find out who Hartstein is.
He going to play.
You're going to find out.
It's the Garden. He going to play.
Yes, he should be starting at the All-Star game, but relax on the superstar stuff. Never
LeBron
LeBron isn't sitting at MSG. He will if it comes up to us. What's up, Aaron P? OG Anunoby is questionable tonight. Yeah. No update. 50-50 he plays. The update was at 1:30 p.m. Thanks, though, Phoenix plays E. I personally don't want LeBron being on the Knicks.
Hey,
neither do we.
Yeah, we with you on that. Flea, what up, Flea?
Flea was good. Great matchup tonight. It's scary when we get fully healthy. 4 sportsmen in the building. Scary when we get fully healthy. He's not a superstar, man. Relax. He'll be second team All NBA this year, though.
Hey, see, hold on, just stay there. See, this is what I don't understand. You saying that like it's something wrong with that. That's all. Right. When y'all witness greatness, just respect it, bro. Because once again, I've been saying this. If this was on any other team, this would be magnified to the umpteenth power. So because it's the Knicks, but once again, big shout out my guy Matt Guard. He said it earlier today when he gave me a call. He said if a Ja Morant was doing what Jalen Brunson is doing right now on the Knicks, he would be on the cover of every magazine. So come on, man, cut it out. Cut it out.
Yeah, you guys are waiting for. That's a great point. Ja Morant looks the part. 6'2", could jump 6'3", 6'4", could jump out the building. Looks like a star, bro. Looks like a superstar. But Brunson, he's the underdog, like you said. He ain't supposed to be this good. Oh, hold on. Hollywood Flea is in the building.
What up, y'all? Hold on. Is that Flea or is that Nino Brown in the building? Yeah. Hey, Flea, tell him, sit your $5 ass down for we
make change. What's good? What up?
Flea, what up, baby?
What up, baby?
Yeah.
Flea, we got 78 people in the building.
I didn't even want to come up. I was just enjoying the show, but I'm glad I got the invite, man. Listen.
If you had time, I was hoping to grace us with your presence.
Yeah, man. I'm I'm always happy to be here with y'all, man. I'm only gonna stay for a couple minutes because I'm gonna continue to enjoy the show.
Yes.
From the back, but I pause. But I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean, bringing me up real fast. Big game tonight, huge game tonight, statement game tonight. Yes. That's all. Statement game tonight.
Yes.
Let me say something first. If we do lose, we just keep the thing going. You know, we don't rest on that. We go back, watch film, look at what we did wrong, but that doesn't take away from what we've done for the last month and a half, 2 months, what we've done for the whole season, right? Like there's a lot of it's such a high profile game, national TV game. Obviously what Jalen Brunson is doing right now is gonna, heighten the level of eyes that's watching this game. And we see what's going on with CAA and Clutch and LeBron and AD sit out the other night, and now they're gonna play tonight. So there's so much, so many different storylines that go into this game tonight. So that's what I think makes it a little bigger than what it would be, you know what I mean, on a regular February Saturday. So right. I'm looking for us to win. I'm looking for us to win. For us to figure out ways to win. Like
Hey,
that's like we go
yeah,
ahead.
Fabian, let me ask you a question. I want your thoughts, your opinion on everybody now, basically wanting to be a part of the Knicks experience. What's your thoughts on Adam Silver and the NBA inviting Jalen Brunson to the 3-point contest? That's the first. And then also, coincidentally, now that the Lakers is dirt, LeBron looks unhappy, and the Knicks look like the best thing smoking. Now Clutch and these guys is, settling their beefs, and now all of a sudden everything is open, everything is on the table. What are your thoughts on Clutch and the NBA now all of a sudden wanting to be supporters of the New York Knicks?
I had a friend just tell me offline, right? Just text me and say, it must be really something if LeBron is starting to pay attention now. Like it must be really something. Everybody, we've had our moments, throughout the years, moments, right? But this is a real moment, right? And everybody is starting to pay attention. I love the Knicks just like y'all. So I remember what the buzz was like, when Melo was here and we were, decently successful. We were a 2 seed one year. I remember the buzz. It was heavy, right?
Right.
But I fully agree with what you're saying, AllBall. This feeling is a little different. It's a little different. It's a little different how the Knicks fans are supporting the Knicks right now. How genuine and authentic it feels. Like we got Melo in a trade, and that's a guy coming over, and we got a superstar, and now it puts us in contention. But this feels so much better, so much more homegrown, so much more authentic, right? We putting the pieces together. We getting role players, we're getting homegrown guys, drafting guys, doing it the right way, right? So this is why it feels so much better. In terms of everybody jumping on the bandwagon, get on before you get left behind. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it, right? Because nobody thought Golden State would ever be what they're looked at now, right? A few years ago, let's say 10 years ago, nobody would have even thought that Golden State, if you look 10 years later, they would have 4 championships, be associated with dynasties, have a player that changed basketball, all of this kind of stuff, right? So it has to start somewhere. I'm not comparing us to the Golden State Warriors, so comments, relax. I'm not doing that. What I am saying, though, it has to start somewhere. The culture has to begin somewhere. And what we building right now is beautiful. So, I have no problems with everybody jumping on it. About time. There's so many New Yorkers that are born and raised New Yorkers that are not Knicks fans. You have no idea how many people are out there that are walking the streets of New York City that kick our back in every time they get a chance. So it is beautiful to see, the city really coming behind what we're doing right now.
Dope. Listen, man. Fabian, your thoughts just real quick. How do you feel? Because, me and you talked about it, and, you really, you understand it more than a lot of people. The Clutch, Leon Rose, all that little bit of beef stuff. How do you feel about that situation?
I like what Flea said, because it makes the Lakers Knicks game tonight, it makes it more eventful. It is the Lakers. They're still the biggest. I mean, Golden State's the most valuable franchise. But once Steph Curry's gone, we don't expect some other superstar to go over there and carry the superstar mantle like a Steph Curry. Mm-hmm. The Lakers, it seems like that's their tradition, is to get superstars. It's LA. And then on top of that, it's LeBron. And for him to come here with all the turmoil that's always surrounding him, and then they ask him the questions, will he come to New York or whatever it is? I don't know if you caught that one, Flea, where he said,
I did. I thought about it before. I saw that.
Your man.
Now, do y'all remember the conversation we had 2 days ago? I was in the grocery store. Do y'all remember? Yes. I was in the grocery store. All 4 of us was talking, and Dime dropped that news on us, and we didn't know if it was really true, if there was smoke. Since we had that conversation, think about that, fellas. We had that conversation 2 days ago. Oh, right, Fabian. All it's done is just more and more air in that balloon. More and more air in that balloon, right? So now mainstream media is talking about it. Now everywhere I turn, somebody's having a conversation about CAA, Clutch, how that ties into LeBron potentially being a New York Knick. I'm not gonna say I don't want him, but I'm also not gonna say that I do want him. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm indifferent about it. Like if he does become a Knick, I'm not gonna say, oh, I hate the Knicks now. We just gonna continue being the rabid fan base that we are, and hope and pray that he can help bring us a championship, right? So, I wouldn't be mad at it. I do understand the difficulties that come with guys playing next to him, and that's a conversation that both of you guys always talk about, which is valid. It is not easy to play next to him. It's just not. You have to be either supremely talented or be fully fixed into your role. If you are in one of them in-between guys that has that ego, that worries about getting shots and all of that it's going to be tough for you.
Yeah,
it will be tough for you. So,
but think about who the two-time MVP was, and should have been three straight MVP award winner. Think about how he carries himself. He's the best player in the game, arguably, every season in, season out with the Joker. Imagine if he had LeBron to deal with. No disrespect to LeBron, bro, but you're changing the mood. Like, we know what that is. We know the guy. Okay, you're nice. You're good. But I don't like you, bro. And you coming around here, you keep starting stuff. It's always something with you. If you get LeBron, you need somebody in there to check him. And he doesn't like to be checked, bro. He doesn't like it. So that's my thing with him. If we do come here, you don't have any leverage. You're crawling back to Leon Rose. That's bottom line. I don't care what Rich Paul with his little attitude tries to come off. You're crawling back to that guy, bro. Leon Rose is telling you, kiss that ring. Worldwide West is telling you, kiss that ring. You thought it was easy, huh? You had the leverage, huh? You did have the high card. But I played a long game. This game's a marathon. And if you're coming to New York, bro, look what we built. Do not disturb. That's what's on that sign in Madison Square Garden right now. Do not disturb. And LeBron, all he brings is a disturbance. You know what I mean?
That's where you lose me. I'm going to let you go too, and I'm going to jump out of here. That's where you lose me. When you say things like, if he does come into the door, he'll be sitting next to Tibbs a lot, and he'll be talking with Worldwide West during games and all this kind of shit. Like, no, Fabian, he is not.
But I would like that.
Like,
he's also a basketball mind. Like, I love LeBron when he's talking the game outside of ego, but we're talking about your son got to be involved. Are you going to be on the team in the summertime? Bro, he announced after he got smacked by the Denver Nuggets last season, I might retire. Shut up, bro. Like, it's just everything about you is, oh, bro, this is Jalen Brunson's team. This is Leon Rose's team. It has nothing to do with you. Get in line. I told you this before early in the season, Flea, and you guys laughed at me.
I want to ask a question, and I'm going to step out because I want to hear what y'all have to say, and I would like to hear what the comments are saying.
Hold on, Flea. 90 people in the building on AllBall TV. This ain't fake numbers.
We gotta. Oh, it ain't coming up now. We just had it. But big shout out all y'all in the building. Listen,
that's dope. That's dope. People in the building. That's dope.
I'm humbled.
I'm gonna leave it. I want y'all to toss this around, ping pong it, and let me know what y'all think.
Let's go.
Not the number one option. Coming off the bench. Right. Listen, hold on. Let me cook. Not the number one option. Coming off the bench. Jalen Brunson's ball club. Leon Rose is running the show at the head in the head office. Then what would be the reason that we are even engaging in conversation with LeBron James, potential conversation in bringing him to New York? What would be the benefit for Jalen Brunson, Leon Rose, the New York Knicks, New York City, the mecca of basketball? What would be the reason or the benefit to even bring this guy in at 39 years old? I appreciate y'all. I love Knicks Rehab. My 4 sportsmen, my brothers, tap in. Sunday, we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all tap into us.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. I'm tapping out right now. I'd like to hear what y'all have to say about the question asked. My brothers.
Let's go.
So I like that question because now it's a different twist for you. What would be the reason if we do go after LeBron? Because I know everyone knows how we feel about do we want him? What do you feel if we do go after him? What is the purpose of going after him?
Well, before I answer that, big shout out our brother Flea and Dime Dropper, but Flea, one of the 4 sportsmen. Great question. Big shout out all the people in the building, man. Like I said, man, love it. Thank y'all. Now I'm gonna say something that may hurt some feelings. He can't bring nothing to the table for the Knicks right now. Y'all want me to say it again? LeBron James can't bring nothing to the table for the New York Knicks right now. Because all he does is stat pad now. If you're not going to come in, work hard, play defense, and understand, you know, we're here to win championships, then I don't want you. You'll be 40 years old. You can't play back-to-backs barely. No, I mean, just to be honest with you, he can't bring nothing to the table. I'm sorry. Now, if we could get AD with him and not lose much, then that, you know, like what I told you, I'd rather AD than LeBron. Especially if we don't have to give up none of our core players. But Flea, love the question. To be honest, I don't see him bringing anything to the table but a headache. And let me just leave you with this. What if we get LeBron and don't win? I'm going to say that again. If we get LeBron James and don't win, y'all see what happens. He gets none of the blame for anything. I ain't got time for that. I want to move forward. I don't want to move backwards. Like I said, if you can't make it work in LA with that roster and with a superstar next to you, you want to come over here? Everybody in the chat, think about this. Everybody that LeBron James has played with, where they at now? That's all I'm going to say. We don't even talk about some of the players. They either don't talk, they either nowhere to be found, or they either standing in the corner shooting a 3. I don't want no parts of that. So yeah, I don't think he can help the Knicks do anything, but give us a headache.
I think we talked about everything basketball wise or off the court wise. What do we feel about LeBron? On the court, I'll touch on that. I think if he's replacing, you're trading Randall at that point because the contracts and stuff like that. And imagine if that would have happened over the weekend at the All-Star break. Big breaking news. You know, the kumbaya between Clutch and CAA, and they trade Julius Randle for LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You got to bring in Anthony Davis because it can't just be LeBron. It just can't be. I believe, my opinion, CAA is gonna purchase Clutch Sports within the next year or so. You want to be able. There's no bigger platform. LA is already ruined. You don't have the team. Flea broke it down yesterday. You don't have the same teammates you do in LA. You can't even rely on anybody on the Lakers outside of LeBron to score and get buckets for you. You can rely on Jalen Brunson. And once you rely on Jalen Brunson, you have the guy that can get you a bunch of points as like a 1A, and the buckets that he can't get you, you just basically have Anthony Davis there who he can feed the ball to. We don't have that right now. Hartenstein does some of that, but AD is a bigger version of all of that. And LeBron on the court, come on now. He's going to provide a lot of leadership, a lot of intangibles. And if he moves off ball the way that he did last playoffs, and he did a lot of that this season, there's a lot of leadership qualities to that. Championship experience. You do have bigger bodies there in New York with Hartenstein. We're going to keep him. We better not trade him. Achu and Mitchell Robinson comes back. If we don't get rid of him, then you align that with Anthony Davis, and then we're talking about something that the Lakers had in 2020 with bigger bodies around Anthony Davis, LeBron James leadership skills, and then of course you have damn near guaranteed championship. Okay, cool. We can see all of that. So everybody that wants to preach and are you crazy, LeBron and AD, I can spell out how this works for us. But I think that's what Flea asked, right? Can we see a way for LeBron? Why would we do it? That's why we would do it. The basketball purpose. Why? The only reason why LeBron wants to do this is because he thinks about what everybody thinks about him. He wants us to understand, I could go on a team and I could play second fiddle. I've been trying to play second fiddle. He could come to LA and be like, see, it was AD's fault. Look and see how Brunson's a real superstar. He takes it by the reins and everything. LeBron James will only come to New York City to salvage his image.
Bruh.
The Knicks will only be doing him a favor. And that's why I'm saying we got the leverage.
Right.
That's the only reason why you that's the only reason why you would agree to that.
I'm sorry, I got a phone call, so I had to put the phone on. My thing is, you come here, you ruin the whole Knicks organization. Now Brunson doesn't have the ball in his hands. No, we okay. Listen, we okay now. No. See, I don't like when I needed you, you didn't want to deal with me. Now that I don't need you, you want to deal with me. No. Look, it's okay, my brother. We doing fine. We don't need you over here, bro. If he comes to the Knicks, it's for one thing and one thing only, business. For his brand to be pushed even further. Because once again, we are the only fan base that he knows if I win, that GOAT conversation is going to be different. I won with the Knicks. No, but once again, if it doesn't happen, you damage Brunson. No. So to answer my brother Flea's question, I don't see no positive with LeBron James at 39 going on 40 joining my New York Knicks. We doing fine, brother. No.
And by the way, one of your best media friends that you love is in this video. I don't want us to forget Stephen A. Smith. You're not allowed at the parade, bro. You link with this guy's in New York too.
Is that your man Count Nick Wright Dracula?
Shout out to Knicks memes on Twitter. Jalen Brunson haters already looked silly this past July when this was posted. Can't even describe how crazy they look now.
It's an awful idea. And I like Jalen Brunson's a fine player. But Wild's pal Bill Simmons put it perfectly when he called it the saddest sweepstakes ever.
Trading their first round pick away. And for what? Jalen Brunson?
Wow.
I wish
it was more so you could watch it like this. Look. Wow. Look, so but you see what I'm saying? Everybody in the chat, man, thank y'all. We really love the game and watch the game. As much as we may be entertaining and funny, we really know the game. And, they wasn't paid to say that. They never watched them, so they don't know. Come on, man. Like, some of these takes is hilarious, but Jalen Brunson, he literally revived the city. Like, he literally put the city, the city, we was on our backs, laid out. And look, he CPR'd us, man. No mouth to mouth, though. But come on, bro. Listen, I'm going to name 2 teams, Faye, that we similar to, and this run is going to remind me. Allen Iverson's Philadelphia 76ers, that run to the chip. And the Detroit Pistons, Chauncey Billups, Rip, Tayshaun, Rasheed, Ben Wallace, and them guys. I'm telling y'all right now, when you look how those teams are constructed, that's how basketball teams supposed to be constructed. Not 3-4 superstars, not guys crying, not trading every week. It's a new day. And Tibbs has the personnel now, where now his defense looks how it's supposed to look. He didn't have the personnel. So, listen, man, real deal. And we're not even fully healthy. Let me say that again. We're missing Grimes. We're missing OG. We're missing Randall. We're missing Mitch. Come on, man. Yeah, y'all got to give it to us. Yeah, because if we went into the tank, Lord have mercy. We'd be out here with bags on our heads. So, yeah, man, listen. It's the LeBron James thing, those guys are business guys, and I get it, that business model, when something is hot, I get it. But, nah, we'll need y'all. We'll need y'all. But I love that when a player like that or that stature is now thinking about it, that gets other superstars to think about it. Now the narrative has changed. Oh, the Knicks is good. They are cool. They are fun, KD. Know what I'm saying? Now that clutch roster opens up to us now. Now you may have players forcing their way to New York to where we ain't got to give up much. See, that's the part of the game people ain't realizing. Remember, we not chasing none of y'all. They chasing us. So now we may could get a Murray for less than what we would have got for him a while ago. So I look at things like that. Like, listen, bro, now, these players could tell Rich Paul and them guys, bro, I only want to go to the Knicks. Make it happen. And I want to go there without gutting the team out. Make it happen because I want to go over there and win. I don't want to go over there and they giving up all their key guys. So listen, man, this thing is bigger than what y'all think it is. And right now, the Knicks, the first time I can remember, we in a position of power. And we in a position, before I let you go, if y'all ever watched the movie The Gambler with Mark Wahlberg, at the end, he told Mark Wahlberg, you always want to be in a position where you could tell the opposition, F you. That's the position the Knicks is in, and we ain't been in that position in a long time. F you, if it ain't on our terms. Let's go, baby. Knicks Rehab. Love it.
Real quick, I think you signed off yesterday, and says, I know the screen, I wish I could zoom in better with the pace, but the Knicks are second in the league in pace. So that means they slow the ball down. It makes a lot of sense with Brunson. They dribble a lot. They swing the ball around a lot. Now, they're second in the league in pace. But in the team leaders of pace is the Miami Heat. Well, the slowest pace is in the league. Slowest pace teams in the league are the Miami Heat, the New York Knicks, Orlando Magic, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Clippers. So out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams, we're talking about Clippers, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Knicks, basically best teams in the league.
Best, yeah.
That's in the month of January.
Wow.
So if I do all the entire season,
wow, great work.
You have Bulls, Nuggets, Heat, Knicks, Timberwolves, Clippers again. So that was the pace, and also the defensive rating throughout the year. It's Timberwolves, Cavs, Thunder, Celtics, Magic, and then Knicks. Knicks is 6 for the whole season.
Wow.
Net rating is, I think, 1 right now, but the month of January, I think they led the league. So they led the league in terms of best defense versus and offense. Yeah, the best net rating in January is the New York Knicks, 15.8. Right behind them is Cleveland. I've been trying to watch the Cleveland Cavaliers games. I don't have a real identity on them yet, besides Mitchell going crazy and Jarrett Allen actually stepping up. But the highest defensive ratings in the league is Knicks, Cavaliers, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Celtics. Then you have the Thunder, Magic. They run top 7.
Let's not forget teams like Cleveland and certain other teams. They, guys like Donovan Mitchell, big shout out to him, great player. But those guys are great regular season guys. Him in Utah, even last year with Cleveland, great regular season. Get to the playoffs, flame out. So for me, I'm not worried about Cleveland at all because they do what they've been doing. Got a good roster. I mean, you're gonna play great in the regular season. You're gonna have a decent record. You're gonna have a good seed, and you're gonna get in and get your boot smoked. That's just what it is. He did the same thing in Utah. So for me, I'm not even worried about them.
Right, but you still have the Nuggets in that fold that we just, in terms of pace and in terms of defensive rating in January. And I know the month of January could be up and down. I get it. It could be up and down for teams or whatever the case may be. But when you dominate the way that they have been, the media, I'm talking about I love Ryan Russillo. I love Zach Lowe. Zach Lowe was like damn near jumped through the camera. Like, these are real stat nerds going, okay, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, the numbers match it. Like, that's why they're going so crazy. Also, you get the late bandwagon ticket fee, but at the same time, it's matching what we've been seeing, what we've been feeling, because we're more eye test dudes. I like playing with the stats and everything, but some guys go too far. I love defensive rating, and I love pace. Pace to me, it showed you right there. Out of the top 7 slowest teams in the league, we're talking about the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
So that means everybody else, the Pacers, all these other guys, you guys are running up and down the court because you can't play defense.
Good point.
That's what that's telling me. So the Celtics, they have personnel for both, but Who's the guy when it's crunch time to slow it down and get you that bucket when it matters most? We got Brunson there, and that's our biggest concern.
But and
against the
also,
Lakers, against anybody.
like you said, with that pace and running up and down no defense, what do they start playing in the playoffs? Defense. The game slows down. So if you think you're going to be running up and down in the playoffs in a 7-game series and every game you scoring 140, you out your mind. You got to get stops. So, like I said, and what I'm seeing right now is you see how everybody's getting injured, which we don't wish that on nobody, but hopefully, this All-Star break is going to be great for Randall, for OG, and for us to go on this winning streak, go right into the All-Star where guys get that good rest. And during the end of the season, they say we're going to get Mitch back. Hopefully, Hartenstein, his nagging injuries, Grimes. So as everybody else is wearing down, we getting our guys back and we getting healthy. So listen, man, the only thing, like I said, for our Knicks, if we don't make a big splash, a big trade, we need another ball handler. I really want Brogdon. Because I think we get Brogdon for maybe Fournier in the pick. Like I said, he help, the workload with Brunson with the ball handling. He also big shout out to Fish. Also, he can guard 3 positions, the 1, the 2, and the 3. So defensively, he's a former 6th man of the year, smart player, got size, under the radar, not flashy. So I would love to get Brogdon with the Knicks to get another ball handler. But besides that, listen, man, Fleet made a great point, and I've been saying it a while ago. Us as Knicks fans, just be patient. Golden State was patient. They could have traded Steph Curry. They could have did a lot of things. Be patient. Be patient. Because once again, it's a marathon. And right now we have our core. Brunson, Randall, OG, DiVincenzo. Like, we have it. So we just need that 1 or 2 pieces that'll fall right in place, and we off to the races. So for me, listen, man, tonight is a big game. It's a statement game. The clutch thing, all that ties into one, LeBron. And I think LeBron is going to understand tonight. Wow, I missed out on playing for the greatest organization in sports history. Yeah, because I'm going to tell you right now, if he would have won those 2 championships that he won in Miami and went to the chip 4 times in New York, it'd be a different feel. They got to understand that. It'd be a different feel. Lord have mercy.
I think he understands that.
Nah,
man.
He does now. He does now. Trust me, he does now.
No, I think his story is he leaves Cleveland and he knew what happened, bro. The way he left, like I didn't even know. I could break that down if you want to. I didn't even know Bill Simmons is the one that gave him that idea about a decision.
Wow.
It was Bill Simmons was doing this. He does like a mailbag. People email him stuff, different ideas.
Right.
And someone that emailed him gave him that idea. Someone should make a show about announcing their decision. LeBron should do that. It would make mad money. So and it wasn't just like it was on his show and it died there. No, he went to Leon Rose, LeBron's agent at the time, and told him that. They denied it. And fast forward 2-3 months later, they went with it. David Stern was totally against it, did not want him to do it. The ESPN, I think, was Shapiro, some guy named Shapiro. They were up in the air, but they knew it was going to be a ratings bonanza.
Right.
So they went and did it. So that's kind of part of their beef. Like Bill Simmons and LeBron James got some beef. Like Bill Simmons has made some comments like, he didn't grow up with his father, something like that. And it was just like, that's kind of crazy to say about somebody who never gets in trouble. Like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Bill Simmons. But bottom line is, he made a decision. And I think that's what cracked that relationship with Cleveland. And because of that, again, if he never gave a damn about none of that and just, you left because you wanted to be a part of a super organization. That's why the Michael Jordan thing, like, don't get it twisted. Michael Jordan is a jerk for what he did to Jerry Krause. Like, you wanted to keep Charles Oakley. He got caught, right? No disrespect to Oakley. Oakley beat everybody up. Okay, cool.
Right.
But you traded away. You got caught, right? He drafted or traded for Scottie Pippen. He drafted Horace Grant. He found Phil Jackson. He found, like, so when you're going fast forward and you're still making fun of him, okay, he's still allowing you to have that relationship. Like, that's the crazy relationship you guys got going on. But without that, there is no organization. So yes, Jerry Krause is right. Organizations do make championships because we see it here with Leon Rose.
Yes, they do.
We will be the first fans to testify. Yeah, they do, bro. Because hey, Mike, what if you were with Cleveland and they didn't surround you with anybody? They surrounded you with Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant and Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
We
and then made the moves to get Ron Harper, Dennis Rodman. Yeah. So yes.
Totally. So that's what we see now. With I don't know if LeBron, he had that with Miami and still left it. So I don't know if he would have stayed in New York. I don't know if we would have been like, bro, why are you leaving?
Yeah, but
it would have been
But we kind of know why. You know, is listen, man, the guy's difficult to deal with. You see, listen, when you have a player of LeBron's magnitude and stature, and you're willing to just let that walk away, come on, man. It's a headache. It's a headache. And
who you see in Miami?
Yeah.
They didn't let him walk away.
Well, I mean, what happened?
I just saw the same guy that's tweeting about, what's his name? Pinghamton, something like that. This guy has been tweeting about everything from LeBron James, and he's been accurate about everything. When he left Cleveland, when he was going back to Cleveland, when he was going to LA, how he left Miami. Supposedly he sat down with dinner with the Miami Heat and left the dinner going crazy because they wanted him to take a pay cut, and he said no. So when it came down to it, he's like, you know what? I'm going to spin this into I'm going back home for my team, for my city, and I'm going to do the LeBron thing. Miami, he did not want him to go. They wanted him to take a pay cut and stay there.
I mean, I heard a lot of stories. I don't know which one is true or which one is false. So I'm not going to even get into that. My point is, Miami seemed like they ain't put up no fight to try to keep him. They let him walk out the door.
Well, you couldn't. 102 people in the building on AllBall TV, 109 in total. We got 3 on Twitter, 2 on AllBall Perspective, and we got somebody on Facebook. But 102 people. We cracked 100 viewers on AllBall TV YouTube channel. Love y'all. Obviously, the Knicks got something to do with this, but our passion as Knicks fans, we got something to do with this too, baby.
Yes. Listen, I feel like
part of LeBron talk.
When they was yelling MVP, I'm getting chills. My eyes is watering. Listen, thank y'all.
I got nothing to say. That's what LeBron said. So I think the LeBron thing is just he's that dynamic of a person, of a personality, and he's just that celebrity kind of dude. He was going to do what he wanted to do anyway, and he didn't want people to hover over him, and they're big over that, like the player empowerment. Remember, he's a leader of player empowerment, and it's like, Jordan was teetering with that, with the way he spoke about Jerry Krause. It was crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, they were booing Jerry Krause from the 90s. That was nothing new. I'm talking about when Jordan was there in 94, they were booing his ass. They got footage of that still. So that's the superstar or the elite GOAT that LeBron constantly gets compared to. And a lot of LeBron fans feel like, well, how come you don't point that out with Jordan? It's like, we always do. We knew what he was. He's a jerk. And it's kind of like he never hid that. We know he polished his image up a little bit, but we kind of knew he was a jerk. We heard all the stories before. But with LeBron, it's like, you care too much about what we think, and Mike didn't. And that's part of the problem.
Yeah. Listen, man. Great points, great takes. I got to run. Listen, man. Great show.
I'm gonna stay on and read these comments, man. Yo, this is it's epic.
Whoa,
epic.
Whoa. Go ahead. I want to hear at least 10 comments before we get out of here. I don't want to just run like that because I really appreciate and I'm humbled. All these people in the building. Let me hear some comments before I get out of here.
Okay, Tibbs is not Larry Brown, more like Doc Rivers.
What up, Fish?
Did they talk about latest Braun reports? Yeah, we did. Stock Senior, what's going on? We haven't hit the All-Star break, and you're out on Scoot. Not that I'm out on Scoot. He had 30 last night, Fabian. Give him a second. I'm not out on Scoot. What I'm saying is,
I'm out on
him. Of course, you have now. Imagine 2, 3, 4 years down the line, if you see more of this inconsistency, that's what happened with R.J. Barrett. At this point in time, there's no way you got Scoot top 5, top 7, top 10 talents in his own draft. His teammates are rookie and showing more promise. What's his name? Duop something, hitting threes like crazy. And maybe not more. He doesn't have a handle like Scoot. Can't jump out the building like Scoot, but he's shooting. He has talent that's going to keep him in the game for a longer period of time, in my opinion.
Baby, only thing I know about Portland is Dame got traded from there.
Tonight, you get to play the in-season tournament champions. This will determine if you win the Atlantic 10 or not. So many fake Knicks channels promoting LeBron James to the Knicks. I mean, Ching Chief, you also got to talk about what's going on, man. Like, come on, we can't run from the headlines. Like, it is what it is. Everyone like and subscribe. Stratos. Everyone like and subscribe.
Yes, please.
Had over 100 people in the building.
Yes.
Fabian attitude is nasty and disgusting. I'm sick of it. My wife just told me that this morning, by the way. 39 in here and only 13 likes. Like the video, please. Damn, Stratos.
Hey, man, hit the like button, fellas. Come on, everybody.
Hit that like button, subscribe, share. You know you love us. Y'all don't love us?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Death Row in the building. A regular season performance is not going to determine whether he's a superstar or not. His ascension to superstardom will be in the short of his playoffs. That is not true. That is so not true. And yo, damn, you only got a couple minutes. There's a reaction video I'm going to do with Gilbert Arenas, Kenya Martin, and I think Brandon Jennings. They're sitting down determining what a superstar is. And they sound just like us.
Hilarious.
They sound just like us.
They said there's only 2 superstars in the league.
which I understand, because it's only going to be, I do, because everyone has their own version of what a superstar is. Everybody. Now, franchise player is less arguable, but when you say superstar, it's like you're saying what's a star to you. Now you're starting to show like what your little groupie side. Who do you want to go? Who do you think all the girls want to come out and see? That's what you're saying when you say something like that. So I've always just said popularity is determined on, yo, if he's at the club, I don't think we're going. If Tim Duncan's at the club, we ain't going. If AI's at this club, I'm going. I'm definitely going to AI's club. You crazy? All the girls gonna be there.
That's a fact.
Ain't nobody going to Tim Duncan's club. No disrespect, Tim Duncan. AllBall gonna produce the Rudy, aka Invincible movie version of Jalen Brunson on Tubi. Yo, he has moved up from Tubi. Watch your mouth, fish. No LeBron James on the Knicks, never Bronny. Abso-effing-lutely famous. Hilarious. Brunson is not a better basketball player than Steph. Flea, you starting to flip. Last week you said this. This week you saying that. We need you in the building to explain yourself. He is. Steph has just empty stats. Ooh.
Listen, y'all know I know how to start some mess. I'm just saying. Listen.
Just want a Knicks win. Some players get stats that lead to winning, and others get stats that look good. Ooh, Stratos. Y'all really forget how much the city was buzzing when we were a 2 seed. You mean like it is now?
Not like this, though. Flea, listen, I understand. Trust me, somebody got on my case for this earlier, but it wasn't like this. I'm sorry. This give me chills. That shit ain't give me no chills.
Nobody wants to say this. This Brunson underdog king. This is 50 Cent-ish.
Well, listen.
This is 50 Cent-ish.
Listen, let me get out of here. Fabian, great job as always. Love you, my brother Flea. Don, big shout out to everybody in the building. Fish, what up? Big baby Jonathan, man, Lakers guy. But big shout out to everybody. Thank y'all. Knicks Rehab, best Knicks talk on YouTube, because it's raw and uncut, and it's off the top of the dome. Pause. Y'all don't see no paperwork, no nothing. So big shout out to everybody, man. AllBall TV, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Listen, man, share it, please. But hit the like button. Fabian, love you, brother. Hit me when you get off. AllBall TV.
Too,
yeah. Knicks for life, y'all.
Let's get to these comments, peoples. Oh, let me change the background. I gotta keep it smooth. Come on, what we doing? There we go. You like that? You know you like that. Shout out. KG wasn't a leader. Stratos. Just won a Knicks win. Yeah, me too, Steven. Stratos. Oh, welcome back, Steve. I ain't seen you in a while. Some players get stats that lead to winning. Yeah, I think you said that. I didn't forget what we looked like in the 2 seed, Flea. It wasn't this. Like Melo, again, it was polarizing the way he got here, and it wasn't. They got swept by the Boston Celtics. It wasn't a real. Again, and you're talking to a guy that became less of a Melo guy because he got here the way he got here. So it ain't this, man. Brunson is just. This is different, and you know what it is. Stop fronting. KG wasn't a leader in Minnesota when Steph left. KG deferred to others. They were both young and immature, but Steph was a leader in Phoenix. I'm not sure about that. Brunson is amazing. It has not equated to anything that says he's better than Marbury yet. Slow down. Everything about him has shown that there is no way I'd rather have anybody else run this franchise or lead my franchise, Flea. That's crazy. Bob Myers knows basketball. He played at UCLA. That's right. He played at UCLA with Tyus Edney game winner, right? The O'Bannon brothers. Front offices make mistakes on players. It happens. Steph's highest scoring season was 21.7 with 9 assists. Brunson averaged 24 and now 27 with higher efficiency. He has, but I believe Stephon Marbury in this era's numbers will look even crazier. Like, he was one of the guys that I noticed early on was would assist hunt, and he would stat pad too. But imagine him stat padding in this era. There's nothing but spacing. Stephon Marbury is just talent-wise, it's not close between him and Brunson. That shit ain't close, man. He would, all the spacing they have in the world right now, he would cut you up. First step, he might yam it on you. Nah, Steph talent-wise was just a different level. What Brunson is doing makes it even more immaculate. All you Kobe fans out there who somehow don't see that, flee. Brunson is Mamba mentality. The truest version of Mamba mentality we have in the league might be Jalen Brunson. How about that? He's the realest version of Mamba mentality that we got in the league. He's bringing his team to a different level. Kobe couldn't even do this at this age, for being real. A lot of turmoil with him, but we're talking about Mamba mentality, what it is to win. Brunson embodies that. Winning mentality. That's what he is. Stephon Marbury was not that. You got away from the guy that led you to championships. Tom Gugliotta said that that was all on Steph. Steph could have averaged 25, 30 points a game if he wanted to. He still wouldn't have been the best player on the team, which is absolutely correct. How is Stephon Marbury gonna lead your team as the best player if hold on, it's mad loud over there, bro. Gonna lead your team. Oh, you got low me down the back. You heard a Flea? Hello?
I heard you.
All right. So back then, Stephon Marbury, like he said, Tom Gugliotta said, he could have averaged 25, 30 points, but he wasn't going to be the best player on the team. Kevin Garnett is a two-way player, and you ran away from that? Nah. And 2 weeks ago, Flea, you said you'd rather have Brunson than Marbury.
Like, leading my team right now, yeah. But if we're talking about player for player, like when I get into that player for player thing, I always get into, hey, roll out the basketball and tell me who's a better player. Like we start conflating. For me, we start conflating sometimes team success, how a team is built and constructed, and what happens with the team. Like so many things go into what happens and where you reach when you as a team. But when we're talking about a player, right? When we're talking about just flat out who's the better player, I think a lot of that has to go into just eye test and he's better than him. Flat out. It could get simpler. When it's basketball, it could get really simple. When you look at the guys and you say, that guy is better than that guy. It just is what it is. When we start talking about what's a better fit, that's a different conversation. Is Jalen Brunson a better fit right now for what we're doing with the Knicks as opposed to what Stephon Marbury was at his peak? Yes, I would rather what Jalen Brunson does and what he brings to the ball club as opposed to what Stephon Marbury would bring. He would bring a little more of me as opposed to what Jalen Brunson is a guy that is going to get it, but you don't feel like it's done in any kind of selfish way.
You mean what a point guard does? Like that's the part to me that's just like Marbury left the team for that reason. He thought, again, you know how I feel about players that think they're the best player in the league, and they're not. Marbury wasn't even top 10. And
but
KG was that.
But it was more frowned upon for him to be wanting to go to get a bucket as opposed to nowadays in this golden age of point guards where your point guard has to be able to go get you 25 a night. And if he can do that, you're going to be a really quality team, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seed. If your point guard is an all-star level guard that can go out and get a bucket. Back then, we were still fighting against staying in the prototypical point guard stage and getting into the point where now they're more similar to combo guards and could really create offense in terms of buckets, not just in terms of getting guys open, playmaking, assisting, what a normal, prototypical, we grew up, what our dads told us what a point guard is, right? So it's so much different now. You put Stephon Marbury in this era, who he is as a basketball player is applauded. Like he's a multiple-time All-Star. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? There's no question about who he is as a basketball player. At that time, those guards, and you talk about them a lot too, those guards like a Stephon, like a Baron Davis, like a Steve Francis, like those guards that you could see that, damn, these dudes could really put the ball in the basket, and they can get guys open, but their first thought is not playmaking. Their first thought is, how can I take advantage of my matchup? That at that time, it was, they weren't looked at as great players. All-star level players, yes, but great players, no, just because of what basketball was then. Now, it's so different. Those dudes would be, how would we look at those dudes now? Fabian, for real. A franchise, a Baron Davis, a Monte Ellis, a Stephon, these dudes would be looked at as like basketball gods now because of what they were. Really?
No, because I think, again, you're talking about the talent. You're talking about skill, and then I'm talking about the intangible. Like, that supersedes everything you're saying. Because even Kevin Garnett, he had it, but it took him a while. But let's go with, in this era, Ant-Man, John Morant, even Trae Young, for all the stuff we say about, me and you heavily have criticized him. But there's something to Trae Young where you can follow behind him and the way he carries a franchise. I didn't see Marbury necessarily doing it like Trae Young. Not to say Trae Young is better than Stephon Marbury, but there is a let's follow that guy thing. I never felt like anybody wanted to follow Marbury, and that's
no, I don't agree with that.
But that's my opinion, and it's the same thing with just I spoke on that earlier. Yeah, Marbury came at a time, 96 draft, best draft of all time. Maybe the most pivotal draft of all time, because AI is there and changes the world. Now everybody wants, now point guards could be two guards. And Marbury kind of didn't follow that lead. Because if he did, I don't know, things change. If he just said, I'm a two guard now, and he didn't, I thought he was always in conflict, and he was kind of stat padding because of it. But I've never seen him as a leader. And that's very important when you're talking about franchise leadership. Do they both have potential for superstardom? Sure. Jalen Brunson wasn't even thought of as a superstar until this season by most of us, not just Knicks fans, but the world now starting to overturn. Marbury shut out the gate, high school superstar. Again, the talent, it's obvious. But with Brunson, I think the skills that he possesses are not obvious because they're not intangible. We can't see them. You see them, you feel it more than anything else. And with Marbury, I never felt like, I don't want him on my team. There's no way he goes from Minnesota to the Nets, Phoenix, or to Phoenix, and then to the Nets, or went to the Nets, then to Phoenix. And it's like, where's the real winning culture at? Like, I remember after the All-Star game, and he went crazy. Hit a game winner, I think, against the Lakers from half court or something like that. He was going back-to-back 50-point games. Something crazy. Like, Marbury was on, but it just never felt like he was consistently the leader of the franchise. Jalen Brunson has done nothing but that. And let's not forget what I mentioned earlier. I don't know if you caught that part. It ain't like Brunson did not leave a top 5 perennial MVP dude in Dallas the same way Marbury did. He did the same exact thing, but we see, wait a minute, we want to follow this guy. Marbury didn't have that. And if we're going to say Brunson is leaving to a team with an organization that has his father in it, stability, and he got it, he basically got the fix in, okay, cool. But Marbury decided to leave and go where? He didn't really know what he was doing, it felt like. It felt like you were taking a shot in the dark, and you took a chance on yourself, and that's great.
He Brunson, both these guys bet on themselves, though.
I think Brunson took a chance that was more, at least I got my guys with me. In the system, Marbury didn't have that. So you're taking a big chance in an era where maybe it was new. I mean, to get traded, what, was second or third year in the league? Even that was brand new.
Yeah.
He was what pick was he? The third pick? Because I know he got traded for Ray Allen.
Like the 5th pick.
And him and Ray Allen got traded for each other. So that was tough. Him and Ray Allen got traded within 5 or 6 years of their first six. No, Ray Allen got traded maybe his 2 years after he went to the conference finals. But it was very, come on, top 5 picks getting traded like that at the guard position. There's no real following behind Marbury. And that's, again, the IQ, consistency, and the leadership are the intangibles for Brunson. He's more Mamba mentality than Stephon Marbury could ever dream of. I haven't seen that from him. Again, I've always said.
No, that triggered me. That's what made me jump right back in when you started.
Of course, and you know I'm right, because maybe today
talking that Kobe Mamba, that I was like, oh, now.
I got him right. I reeled him right in. Maybe, like, if you listen to Marbury talk today, it's wonderful. Like, I don't want to disrespect. Even Carmelo, I love the way they talk. I don't agree with the hell Carmelo's talking about. He says whatever he says, like, you know, the Denver try to erase him or whatever it is. Okay, I don't agree with you, but I love the fact that that he comes off real. Marbury now today comes off real. Back then it wasn't like that. And Brunson is just, again, the Derek Jeter thing. That's real. Like, you can't do nothing but follow that. He's the right way to be. This just is what it is, regardless of, you know, how we came about this way. Want to reply or keep reading these notes, these comments with me?
Yeah, I'm with you with the comments.
Let's do it. He's about, you know, fidgeting. He's about to cause some ruckus.
I don't know.
Greetings from Atlanta. Keith Watkins, what's going on? That's the other Keith Watkins, because they Ice and AllBall thought it was somebody else from uptown. That was hilarious. Keith, what's going on? We got a guy from Germany here. My guy LTN.
Okay.
Love your content. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, man. Much love. All good. Knicks butchering Lakers tonight. Not sure, Stoxino. What do you think, Flea?
This will be the attempt at 10 games in a row. That's difficult. We are playing a streaky team, right? When I say streaky, meaning I can go back to a couple games this year where the Lakers have had big wins, right? They just beat Boston. I've seen the Lakers beat the Clippers. I've seen the Lakers beat OKC this year. I've seen, you know what I'm saying? I've seen the Lakers at points play well. Okay, what are they right now? A 500 team. So at points they've played really well. At points they've, you know, my favorite line, they've been dog shit. You know, so I've seen both sides. Excuse my language. But so I'm very confident in us winning this ball game tonight. Very, very confident. But with all the off the court stuff that's going on, all the hype that's being put around this game, I will be honest with you, and I think you'd be honest with yourself too. In these moments, a lot of times we see LeBron James play at a supreme level, right? I've seen LeBron come to the Garden and have a 50-point triple-double. I've seen him come to the Garden and do a lot of special things. So I'm just saying, this is not a playoff game, right? I will not say that. This is not a playoff game, but this is a game that has a little more magnitude than it should, right? And it's been built up in a matter of 72 hours. So I just, you know, I don't know. I just feel like this has all the makings of one of those, you know, historic LeBron James nights. So I'm hoping that we win, but I'll be honest, I would not be surprised if something like that does happen.
I want to touch on this. I think, I don't know, you might have been listening. You love these kind of stats with pace. I
commented and
oh, I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, I thought with how you broke that down was amazing. But go ahead, I'm listening to you. What you did with that pace and where we're at and the top teams and where they're at in pace, I thought that was excellent.
Thank you. So now for the season, the Wizards are the highest paced team. The top 10 teams for the season with the fastest pace in the league. The only scary team in here is the Thunder, 34-15. Everybody else, their records is, look at the Jazz, 24-26. The Mavericks without Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, and let's be straight about this. Kyrie Irving is playing scary.
Phenomenal.
What he's doing at 31 years old, way more mid-range shots underneath 17 feet, if I'm not mistaken, and just going crazy. But the problem is he missed 20 games, so they're not scary anymore. I would think that this changes if he was in the lineup any more and more games. But Oklahoma City and the Bucks are the only teams that have won over 30 games in the top 10 pace, with top 10 pace in the league. Okay, but the Bucks are not scary. The Bucks defensive rating, bottom 10. Actually, they've gotten better. They're bottom 11 now.
I told you how I feel about the Bucks. I'm not really scared of the Bucks
at all. And so you have the Bucks as an outlier. Cool. So 2 out of the top 10 fastest teams in the league are scary. Now, slowest pace in the league, and this is for the season. Slowest pace in the league, you have the Cavs, 30, the teams with 30 or more wins. in the top 10, you have the Cavs, the Clippers, Timberwolves, Knicks, Nuggets. Okay, those are the best teams in the damn league. Those are the best teams in the damn league. And the
But
reason
that
why I
look-
brought that up is because the Lakers for the season are at 25-25, and they are the 6th fastest pace in the league. In January, the Lakers are number 1 pace in the league. They're 7-8. They're 7-8. Net rating is minus 3.1. That to me is like, it stands out the most when I was revisiting it, because any team that's playing that fast, you're trying to cover up from your defense. You're trying to make up for the fact that you don't have a defense. How the hell can they play that fast with Anthony Davis and LeBron there? I don't understand. Like, what the hell? I don't understand. They don't have an identity, and you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis there. That's the part that's driving me crazy right now about them. Well, not me, but
I'd be interested to look at that and see what they look like in terms of a rebounding team, because if they're a great defensive rebounding team, that means they're cleaning the glass and getting out in transition and trying to get all their baskets in transition, which they are better at when they are in the half court set and they're not getting the ball to Anthony Davis. If it just looks clunky, right? It's isolation, Austin Reeves. It's maybe try to find Vanderbilt or slash Torian Prince slash Reddish in a corner, maybe, and maybe they'll hit the corner. Like, it looks very, very, and LeBron getting downhill trying to take advantage of pick and rolls and different matchups. So it looks very clunky. I couldn't tell you what they're really running there in terms of their offense. So they have to get up and down and get points and transitions and secondary break and all of that. In terms of what you were saying with those other teams that have better records and just better teams, including the Knicks being one of them, that just goes to show you that, when it does come playoff time and we do have to get into half court sets, because it is not a myth that playoff basketball does slow down. You do not get those transition baskets. You don't get a lot of fast break points. You don't get a lot of secondary baskets. You have to be able to get into your sets, call a play, and go get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Or find a matchup that is a mismatch and try to exploit that. So when teams don't have the ability to do that, they'll get swept. They'll lose in 5. They'll be a first round knockout. But the teams that are able to execute in the half court set in playoff basketball are the ones that usually advance in the playoffs. So if you showing that stat, that's why I said when you did bring it up earlier, I thought it was a beautiful breakdown, because that lets the people know that we're not just jumping off the roof as Knicks fans. Like, this is tangible stuff. Okay, you don't believe us? Okay, here's something that you can hold on to and take with you. Hey, this is where we're at in the mix of other teams that have expectations of winning championships. You said Denver was in that mix, right? You said the Clippers were in that mix, right? Like, there's some teams that have championship aspirations. So if we're in that mix, I like that.
So, and then to go to the rebounding point that you made, which was that's a part of defense and nobody really wants to talk about it. For the season, the Lakers are bottom 10 in defensive rebounding percentage. Bottom 10, coupled with the fact that they're up there in pace for the season. And in January, of course the best team is the Knicks in rebounding percentage, and the Lakers are bottom 11, so just about where they've been all season. But the Knicks being the number 1 rebounding team percentage wise, Cleveland's right behind us, which is, I'm watching their games. I still don't see an identity with them, but we got to watch them because I don't want to get snuck up on either.
I told you, if you looked at them, at the advanced stats for defense, I'm sure Cleveland is in the mix somewhere in terms of being one of the better defensive teams in the league. So they're going to make their staple on that and ride Donovan Mitchell. So
right, and they're at 99 in pace, so they're like middle of the pack pace. But with the Knicks, again, it's an identity. Like, we know our identity. In January, they're honing in on it. We know we need our players to go and make up for what we need, because offensively we need that other one-on-one guy solidify, which is the DeJounte Murray trades and the Brogdon. That's what we want, is Brogdon, because he can play the 1 and the 2, and then we need somebody to go play with the second unit and do the same thing, hold it down for us as far as being like a point guard and a general on the court. But these stats are proving what we see. Because sometimes I watch the Knicks and I'm like, how the hell are we this good defensively? Right? Like, okay, we get OG. That makes such a big difference. It's the rotation, the way that they dart to the paint, pack the paint, and are able to just rotate. Like Brunson goes to the paint and then darts back to his spot, and they rotate with the cutters. And all right, this guy's covering, DiVincenzo's covering for me. The communication's probably gonna be easier because you guys knew each other for damn near 10 years now minimum. All that stuff matters. And then just again having a personnel, which is a defensive personnel. OG Anunoby changes damn near superstar. If what we see is correct in the last month, he's like Gobert, him, Anthony Davis. These are like the guys in the conversation with Defensive Player of the Year. Even when McDaniel's there, we don't have a Gobert. Imagine if he had a Gobert next to him and Anunoby, Anthony Davis type next to him.
Which is a healthy Mitchell Robinson, right? Which is a healthy Mitchell Robinson. You know, we don't even know. Again, Knicks fans out there in the comments, you know, everybody that's supporting the Knicks right now, we don't even have a fully healthy team. And, you know, we have this next man up mentality right now. Everybody's pulling together to continue to play great basketball. But when we do get fully healthy, that just lets you know how deep of a basketball team we are. How the point you're making about defense, like, it's a lot of those Tibbs principles. It's just a lot of team defense. We don't have a plethora of guys that just play great one-on-one defense. We have one guy that is extremely good one-on-one defense and team. OG is outstanding, right? And then we have a lot of other guys that give extreme effort on the defensive end, and that's what you need. When you got guys that want to buy in on playing defense, that's great. There's a lot of teams that don't have that, just the personnel wise. It's not even, you know, can the guy do it or not? This guy's just not capable to do it because he just doesn't have the effort and doesn't put forth the effort. I don't care what you say about Quentin Grimes. He put forth effort on the defensive end. I don't care what you say about who DiVincenzo, White Dante, they call him. He puts forth effort on defense, bro. Like, these guys care about. I look at how Deuce McBride comes in and really like fights over screens. He does it. They used to say this back in the day. The coaches used to tell me back in the day, don't let yourself get screened. Like, you know a screen is coming. Don't let yourself get screened. Fight over the screen. Go under. Be quick. Be quick in that position when a screen is coming left, right, from behind, wherever. Be quick. Be reactive so that you know where you are. I watch our Knicks, especially our perimeter defenders. We react really, really well when there's a lot of different action thrown at us. So we buy into what we keep doing, and we get another guy that's going to buy into continuing to play defense, like a Brogdon or like a DeJounte Murray, you know, whatever. If as long as it's guys that, okay, they'll add something offensively, but if they're guys that fully buy in defensively, yes, I want them on my team.
Shout out to Big Knicks Energy, Mills Media out there. One of the big Knicks fans ever.
Yeah, shout out.
No disrespect, I don't know the rest of you guys' name, but Mills Media is like a super duper Knick fan. But Big Knick Energy, which is a crazy name, by the way, guys. Julius Randle was spotted at the Metro Classic last night with no restraints on his shoulder. People who were at the event say he was moving smoothly and didn't seem to be in pain. Great news for Knicks fans. Great picture you guys got of Julius Randle in the Avrex. Was that at the event? Because if it was, you guys are really very creepy. But thank you for your TMZ effort, guys. That was amazing. So that's good news for us.
Yeah, he's, you know, he's in good spirits. Is, you know, he's not walking around in no sling, you know, because I think you notice, and you're hard on Julius Randle. Pause. Like, you're very, very critical of him because you know how great he can be. That's why you're so critical. I know why you're so critical of him, because you know how great he can be. But I will say this, and I think you know this too, Fabian. We need him, bro. We need him. Like, we're playing great right now. We need him to continue to take the step that we're taking right now with this current team. We cannot go without Julius Randle and think that we're gonna, you know, take another step, whether that's, you know, make the Eastern Conference Finals, potentially be a championship contending team. We need that brother, man, for real.
I think for obvious reasons, right? We could speak to skill, speak to talent, and the way everybody's bought into the culture. It's not. It is Brunson. We're gonna call it the Brunson effect. The Leon Rose effect will have to start. He's gonna start again. I went on a diatribe about Jerry Krause. I've always said he created that Bulls team, and Michael Jordan was going crazy, and but he still stuck around and he let Krause do his job. We had that in place here. Leon Rose did a remarkable job, and a part of this is sacrificing. Apparently, everybody's sacrificing salary. Let's get that straight. And also, let's go on the court. Going to your point about Randall, why we do need him is because we need you to come on this court and show everybody, hey, look, I'm super duper talented. I really didn't get it. I was going crazy. And this year, though, I came back to show you guys what LeBron wants to do and come here in New York and show you guys I could play a team game. I could play second, third fiddle to the guy who is the guy. And it's not just in ego, it's also in performance. Because think about if he's a monster, dude. Julius Randle is not no little, he's a monster. If he walked in any room, he'd be like, yo, who the hell is this dude?
He's in stature. Like, yeah, so fully agree.
So imagine him walking on the court and just not saying he's compromising or giving in, but just buying into the culture and not with an attitude. By the way, I do hate the way he's throwing these 90 miles an hour fastball passes for no reason. Gotta chill out on that, Randall. I like that you're passing, but just like throw a little like softball.
You're very particular. You have little, just understand that about yourself. You have very little
I get it.
things that you are highly critical on. So understand.
There's no need to throw a fastball and you're 20 feet away from me, bro. Don't do that.
Okay, Fabian.
I don't care where in my living room, in the gym, and what are you doing? You're not Brett Favre, bro. And even Brett Favre broke fingers like that. You're trying to break somebody's finger, Julius Randle, calm down. But the point is, if that guy can show everybody else, him just going, oh, I get it, that relaxes everyone. And that, even when they say, Pop is yelling at Tim Duncan and Tim Duncan taking it, is everybody falls in line because of it. Yeah, the fact that you, Julius Randle, falling in line is kind of a son, general to soldier kind of, it sounds like that. But the bigger picture is everyone's going to be like, oh, snap. Like Julius gets it. I better fall in line, because even he can tell you to get in line.
Right.
Man, listen, I went in line. You better get in line, bro. This is about winning. You want to be worth $100 million after your career's over. Guess what? This is the place to do. I keep telling you about big ear Joe Namath. I never watched nothing. I know he's a mobile quarterback in the 1960s and he made a guarantee. Who the hell, what did he really do? Joe Namath? Who did they beat? The Colts, whoever it was? He made a guarantee and he's a legend. He's been on Nobody Beats the Wiz commercials my whole life, making money. Joe Namath, you played one game, it sounded like. Legend. So you guys all have a chance at that, but it has to be done this way because we found the culture, we found the right way to do something. Hopefully everyone stays healthy and nobody develops any coke habits here in New York City, because there's way too many places to pick up coke from. Okay, guys, let's settle down.
Get into the comments. Get into the comments. He's about to go on a coke rant. Get into the comments, Fabian, please. This is Knicks Rehab. Knicks Rehab. Not rehab. Knicks Rehab. Get into the comments. About to start a riot about coke. This guy's crazy.
Brunson is amazing. It has not equated to anything that says he's better than Stephon Marbury. Yeah, slow down. That was you. Myers knows basketball. Yeah. Steph's a 21.7 with 8 and 9 assists. I think I read all this. He's from Atlanta. Oh, this guy. All these restored Knicks fans get slapped every time, just as Stephen A. Smith. Keep exposing yourself. They better go question their stars or Shut the F up. Yeah, man. Stephen A. Smith, you're not allowed in the parade, bro.
Nah.
You're not allowed in the parade unless you serving us. You better be giving out orange towels. You better be serving us like, drinks, water bottles, disguised. Who you talking about, Stephen? You're not allowed. Not around me. Okay, how much security you got around me? Yo, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel stupid around us. We don't mess with you, bro. You didn't know who Hartstein was. Did you see the video footage we had about Brunson?
Yep.
Flea?
Yep.
Should be ashamed of yourself. Well, of course you're not, because you made $20 million a year with ESPN. I get it, but in the heart of hearts, you from here, bro. We know about you, Mr. 1.5. That really ain't 1.5.
Bro.
We already beat them with LeBron and AD. Yeah, but we're hurt, bro. If Julius Randle knew how to play with his right hand better, he'd have less turnovers. I think Randle has to stop going to the paint with 3 people there. They're letting him, the same way I hate Josh Hart crossing half court, dribbling the ball. Stop, survey, give the ball up. Somebody else can make a better decision than you. Julius Randle, stop going to the basket when they're letting you, because they're going to surround you with 2 or 3 guys. They know you can't shoot over them, and they're waiting for you to put the ball down and dribble because they can rip you. You are not Tim Hardaway. You are not Kyrie. Give the ball up, get it back. See what Luka does? Give it, get. Give it, get. It's cool. Maybe I'm wrong, Flea. I hate yourself and Puff. And we beat Lakers already. Time for a next win. Okay, you know what? I don't want to ruin you guys' hype. Stop hating on Brunson. They're not gonna stop, bro. Let them hate. Let them hate. Let them hate. It makes the victory even better. Get the likes up, guys. Thank you, Keith.
Yes,
Get
sir.
them likes up. Subscribe, share.
All that.
We have memberships too. I think it's like $2 a month. Get in there. Shameless plug. Listen, it's over. We're going full time. You see Flea here. We got Texas covered, California covered, New York covered. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You know you love us. You don't love us?
Get it.
What's up, antisocial? Salute. Why are we saying he's not supposed to be a superstar? Because they don't. He doesn't look the part. He's small, not athletic to jump out of the roof.
It's sustainability, consistency, man. That's it. I'm not running away from Brunson being a superstar. I'm just saying, when he showed out in the playoffs last season, 30 ball a game against Miami, Eastern Conference Finals. Lead us to the Eastern Conference Finals, and
then we'll talk. Okay. Oh, do you agree? Hold on a second. Maybe he's not a superstar for you, but there is a changing of tide. Way more people after that Pacer game and that performance. Do you understand, though, why somebody goes, oh, that's what y'all are talking about?
Yeah, of course, because of the moment. Just got named an all-star. We were down 15 that game. We come back from 15 down. He has 40 against a player that was named an all-star starter, right? Like, the Garden is jumping. Like, it's the moment. The moment is huge. So yes, I can understand why, somebody who is not even familiar with what the hell is going on in New York City and Jalen Brunson would be like, oh wow, okay, who is this dude? But us who've been invested for the last year and a half have seen that, this dude is special. This dude is special. And, this is the piece that we're gonna, we're building around now. That's what it seems like. We're starting to build around him. Things that we do, our offense, our defense, everything, all our schemes are built around, how Jalen Brunson, goes. So, I love it.
Damn, what's the world coming to? We quoting Mad God. Brunson is averaging an efficient 27 points per game, leading and winning New York team. He's a superstar. I'm trying not to ish on this whole efficiency era thing, because a lot of those guards, to your point from earlier, Flea, Baron Davis and these dudes, they're gonna look, Gilbert Arenas, Iverson, they're gonna look way more efficient with this spacing. There's no Baron Davis would have destroyed everybody.
Yeah.
Even Steve Francis, low IQ having ass. JB dropping another 40 pieces.
I'll be in the barbershop with Steve Francis out here. I'll tell you that story offline.
Flea brings his Wesley Snipes fresh from a haircut and makeup. Horrible. Wesley Snipes.
Yo, that isn't. Yo, I saw that and was crying. Wesley Snipes is insane.
I hope MSG burns down 20 minutes from now and you got to play the Lakers over in Jersey. We'll go to Brooklyn first. Brooklyn's another home game. We go to Washington, it's a home game. We go to Philly, it's a home game. We go to Boston, it might be a home game. What y'all talking about? Flea, pull the chain out. I guess it's a big game tonight. Oh, he Yo, Fish.
Yeah, man, be going crazy on me. I wear this
LeBron
hey.
He said I wear it every day. That's crazy. LeBron in the New York in the NYC will always be a Knicks fan to the day I die, boy. Nicole Lynn, you left my guys over at Young Money APAA and ran to Clutch. Now look at you, Clutch on the ropes. Hey, girl. Yo, I don't know what's going on. She's probably about to go back and join a CAA, whatever she's at. I see your point. LeBron don't fit our team. Ooh, that's what you wanted me to answer, Flea. You weren't on the line when I said that. Not when he ball stops, but the way he played last season and this year, if he accepts being a third option, he will certainly fit this team. Like a third option, again, we don't have a guy who can handle the ball like that. Like, you can't just rip LeBron if you wanted to. Big body, goes in the post now, kick it out the post with 2 or 3 shooters around him, and he can shoot now better, way better. Less minutes. He doesn't have to have the wear and tear on him. Brunson's the #1 guy. You got Randall there, workhorse, if you get to keep Randall. As a third option, LeBron fits this team where he rightfully belongs.
#1 option.
There you go. They got to by chemistry. LeBron James, if you want him, or Randall in a playoff series, if you are a true fan, you would want to maximize your chances of winning. 1,000%. LeBron played us in 2010. I don't want him. Went in our backyard and went to the Heat. Ooh, he did.
That hurt.
He also spurned Pat Riley, though. If we're gonna start somewhere as a LeBron with the LeBron Knicks fan base handshake, we go. You did get Riley good though, bro. We appreciate that. Use them and abuse them. Monarch Smart TV is laughing for some reason. I forgot what joke that was. I'm sorry. That was about an hour ago. Does Flea got a part in his hair that says clutch?
I love Fish, man.
We here. Birds flying high. Out of sight was good. Orange and blue skies. Yeah, shut up, Stephen A. Not you, Lieutenant, but Stephen A. Get out of here. Nobody who says that. Orange and blue skies. Even your Knicks fandom is corny. Yo, Stephen A. Man, we're gonna keep shit on you, bro. You don't want to see me in the streets, you fake Knicks fan. If LeBron goes to the Knicks, he's the #1 when he's never not been #1. Hey, Mr. Lycan 329. You ever heard me say that he's actually the third option on the Lakers, and they haven't gotten over that, and they don't have a point guard to give Anthony Davis the ball, who's their true #1 option. So guess what? That's why they're out of the playoffs, and he wants to get traded now. Mr. #1 option. There goes your man again, Flea. Another fool. You get arguably the greatest player of all time, and he's still an all-NBA level player, Flea. I guess he's a LeBron fan. Let LeBron James take his talent somewhere else. True. Jalen Brown shoots 42% from 3. I got Brunson and the 3-point finals. Yeah, but he's there because, you know, the NBA knows ESPN tried throwing out the spin with Stephen A. Smith saying, but Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers are hot. Halliburton, you got this and that. And you had, thank God we had Kendrick Perkins at the time saying, bro, what are you talking about? He needs to be a starter. He's the hottest thing out right now. Donovan Mitchell, don't get me wrong, he might be killing and everything. But in terms of hot, yeah, all stars, all popularity. So what do? Put him in a 3-point competition. Very slick. LeBron is averaging 24 points right now. He's ass. That's crazy. He's not. Facts. Randall is better than him. I don't know about that. Or just hate LeBron. Ball just hate LeBron. Oh, thanks for realizing that. Now we can move forward because you just started a relationship off on a great foot. Now that you know that he hates him.
Yeah,
All ball, that's nonsense. He would be Randall on roids. Today? Isn't he on roids already? Nothing. Don't the don't the Knicks bring Braun to New York and F what you got going on? There is no logical reason to bring him to the Mecca. He'll F everything up. I agree. He plays like 50 games a season. Sidebar, we need to let Fournier's contract play out and keep that cap money to pay the players we got because we can't afford any more star player contracts. Jalen, OG, and Randall will be expensive. Yes, they will not just let him be out and walk away.
But listen, Dolan needs to go into the purse at some point, man. He needs to go deep in the purse and shell out some cash, man. Because if we at this point we've built it the right way, we got the core guys that we want. We go get another piece, you know, and go from there. Like he's gonna have to go in the purse at some point. Can't be cheap now. Hell no. I understand what non makes beats is saying, but we gotta spend. Got to.
And Fournier has a team option on his contract. Makes beats. So that means that if he doesn't get traded by the end of the year, he's gonna be on the Knicks. You don't just let that roll off. That's an asset. You gotta go trade that for something. So if he doesn't get traded, you opt him in as a team, and now you do this all over again next season. And after that, it'll be over with. But you're gonna have to trade him for something. You don't just let this contract run for nothing. That would be a very silly mistake.
I mean, I saw a deal that had Fournier, Randall, 3 first-round picks, 3 future first-round picks for LeBron.
That's definitely a win now thing, right? Like you think we're gonna win, and
yeah, I mean that would be extremely win now. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how comfortable I feel about giving up 3 first-round picks. And
LeBron.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
And he'd have to be turned into a super rebounder at this point. He doesn't average 9 rebounds a game.
7.
And we need that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but we need 2 or 3 more rebounds a game from you, LeBron, if you're going to play here and replace Randall.
Yeah, Julius' potential 10+ rebounds a night. So
right. Monarchs is laughing. Peace. What up, Harmony?
Harmony.
This is what the Nets tried to do and failed. I don't know what you mean by that. They acquired a big-time free agent on the cusp of Eastern Conference Finals. Definitely potential. When the hell did that happen? They got Kidd? Talking about Jason Kidd?
Might be
talking
about Durant.
Oh, maybe with the trading and stuff like that. Yeah, you know I didn't want KD with Kyrie here.
Yeah, maybe talking about Durant.
Yeah, okay. And that means like messing up the chemistry. Yeah, oh, right. Because remember the Nets, even with D'Angelo Russell and
they were a playoff team. D'Angelo Russell was an all-star that year.
A lot of chemistry, right? Yeah. All they were missing was the Brunson leadership guy. But even then, they needed to stand still with all them draft picks and wait for the right guy to come to go throw the book at them. Yeah. Good. Oh, good points here, Jackson.
Yeah.
Only benefit him and Randall was his ex-teammate. Yeah, it certainly was. Look at the Nets now. Westfleet snipes is hilarious. Oh, that's. I hope LeBron doesn't come to the Knicks. Stick with this team. See what happens. But remember, if you fail with this team, where's the excuse? I think you're a LeBron fan too. 82 games, all ball. Let him go back to the Cavs. Yeah. Which would be crazy. Let's not get that twisted. LeBron and the Cavs right now. Tough. New York is an organization where you play on the court. You're a play on the court and arena is the marketing. You don't want these bozos effing that ish up. Yeah, very true. All you gotta do is play ball here, bro. That's all we care about. Shout out to the Knicks. There's no denying them. Hell no, all ball. You're just making this up at this point. Knicks not messing up the Villanova boys for LeBron. This Brunson team, LeBron can keep his talent in LA. No, LeBron, please. We had an entertaining. Flea asked us the question, bro. He was very slick the way he asked it. I saw it. He said, yeah, I heard you guys, but what if we did entertain come drinking tomorrow? What do you feel about that? Very slick. Very slick. He's getting great at this media game, by the way. If the Knicks are dumb enough to bring LeBron, just put Braun on the front of your hats and shirts and put Braun there. Knicks need to beat the smoke out of the Lakers tonight to slow up any LeBron to New York talk. That would be crazy.
I agree with that, Fish. Fully
I
agree.
mean, that would be kind of sick. If Brunson and them pull it off without OG, even with OG, it's like, we don't need you, bro. We try to tell you. Guess we could show you more than we could tell you. That's all we need is our injury players to get healthy. Yeah. Injured players. Exactly. Yes, sir. LeBron playing. Is LeBron playing? You know what? I haven't confirmed that either. Is LeBron and AD playing? Lakers injury report. This today? So yesterday was Anthony Davis and LeBron James are questionable. Cam Reddish, Vanderbilt, and Gabe Vincent are out. Oh, what a surprise. Oh, here we go. Knicks versus Knicks. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot I could do this. Knicks injury report though so far. So LeBron James, like we said, questionable. Anthony Davis questionable. Achilles and hip. Vanderbilt, Reddish, Gabe Vincent out. OG questionable. Grimes out. And so is Randall and Mitchell Robinson, obviously. So the projected lineup is Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Hartenstein. So questionable is different than probable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But that's the projected lineup. How did you get there as a projected lineup and whatever? So we don't know if he's playing Corey Lindsey. What's up, Corey Lindsey?
Peace.
Great job breaking this down, bro. This is important stuff that people need to know. Oh, thanks, Flea.
Yes, sir.
Knicks are top 7 in offense and defense.
Sir.
Cleveland's too soft. I mean, I did see Jared Allen playing a little more tougher, but he needs, he said to admit that the lights were too big last year was crazy to me.
Finish up them comments. I gotta get out of here.
You can go, bro. I'm gonna stick around like this guy does. Just hope Tibbs doesn't run Brunson into the ground. We need him with a full tank. Right. Tony P is LeBron playing. I thought I clicked on the sports in the video. Listen, man. You kind of did click on the sports in the video. Y'all got me again. You know you love us. Y'all don't love us. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, y'all love us. Salute. Let's go Knicks again tonight. Hopefully with the news of Leon and Rich. Oh, there's a lot of comments. Solving the issues, we can make that trade we need. Hell no. Oh, I see what you mean, DeJounte Murray. What's up, Master J3? Yeah, hell yeah. DeJounte Murray and Brogdon. That's a big deal. And let's see if they throw us a little, I guess, a little easy call underneath the table. Big game, and let's effing go. That's right, Ken Snippy. Facts. I hope they spank the Lakers, bruh. Me too. I hope LeBron and AD will rest it after ishing out on playing against the Celtics. They're going to need it for tonight. That's what been their MO all season. Or LeBron, because AD apparently has played the most games in a 1 year calendar year. In a one calendar, how you say that? In the last calendar year, Anthony Davis has played the most games of any NBA player. 1, to get swept out of the playoffs, and 2, to not make the playoffs in the second season. Congratulations, Anthony Davis. Mark Shapiro. Yeah, he was from the ESPN. What about OG playing? We don't know yet. LeBron and AD showing up tonight. They choose to sit Boston games so they can play against us. I hope Knicks spank they ASS. Yes, sir. Bill Cartwright did it with the Knicks trade. Damn, it's jumping in here. Welcome, Damino. Yeah, Monarch. Yeah, we jumping, baby. Pat Riley told LeBron, don't leave when it gets tough. But if you want to leave, leave. I'm crying. Y'all not getting both AD and Braun. Stop it. Knicks would have to match $90 million in salary for both. Ace Boogie, you would hate that. You would hate that because our story would look way better than y'all's. Since you're a LeBron or Lakers fan, I can't tell Ace Boogie. But I noticed you've been really quiet about LeBron, Ace Boogie. What happened? What happened? Dropper. For sportsman, baby. Brunson goes off again tonight. I feel like it's a definite. LeBron already turning up the views. Y'all sure about not wanting him? You think this came from LeBron, bro? It's all Knicks. Stocksino, watch your mouth. Oh, you posted the same thing he did. I don't want LeBron to piggyback off of New York to get another championship. That's right, Hiliac Toledo. He'll be piggybacking off of us. That's the point. Can't do it on his own. LeBron going to try to D Brunson and get cracked. People who jumped in here for Bron slander since he's playing the Knicks. No, they didn't, Boogie. They came in here to hear about the Knicks and the Lakers. The title of it on Twitter was it Brunson bandwagon? LeBron can kick rocks. I haven't heard slander yet. Ain't slander, just keeping it a stack. We don't need him. That's right, Ken Sniffy. Duop is like 27 years old. Is he? He might be. Do we have to check his birth certificate? Do Stocksino? Scoot just hit 20 years old. That's a good point. If he's 20, hold on. Now I gotta look this up, Stocksino. How old is Duop on Blazers? He was born in 96. Yo, where's he from? Australia. He's Australian? Australian Sudanese. Yeah, South Sudanese. I knew him. Come on, man. He ain't 100% Australian. Look, come on, bro. He's a brother. Saying he'd be a bench player on the Knicks is not keeping it real. Listen, if you're not willing to play second or third fiddle, I said the same thing about RJ Barrett, Ace Boogie. I have a different opinion about all of you mother lovers about what a third option is. A third option can come off the bench. A third option, if he can't be relied upon, like LeBron, you want to play every 3 games, you're stagnating the offense. Why would I want you in the starting lineup or be relied upon as a second option? Think about that as just psychologically as anyone. If we rely on you for the second most output or second most efficient go-to guy on the team, scoring wise, right? If that's your role for us and you play twice a week, psychologically, we can't, like, how is this going to work? So isn't it better for you to just be relegated as a third option or a bench player? That way we can, deal with your inconsistencies and give it some normality, right? I think I grammatically pronounced all those words and used them. Throw them likes up. Thank you, Ken Sniffy. Throw them likes up. Subscribe. Like us. Love us. Y'all love us. Great show, G. Baby Sports. Rock with the debating. Man, what a time to be a Knicks fan. Tigrema. Yeah, baby. Haven't felt like this. Spreewell, Allen Houston, Knicks run. The Allen Houston game winner. Playoff run was tough. Spreewell gave us a lot of hope versus the Spurs. That was rocking. Ewing got hurt. Marcus Camby, the way, oh man, LJ a 4-point play. Legendary. Hopefully we got more of these to repeat. What a time to be a Knicks fan. You're right, man. Gilbert Arenas don't know ish. I would never say that. I think he knows stuff. He knows so much that he knows how to really troll us. And he knows what to use as entertainment. And he breaks down the game well sometimes. For the most part, he's entertainment, though. Y'all think Mitch will be back by the playoffs? That's what they're saying. Remember, they rejected the whole insurance thing. When you get hurt like that, if you're out for a season, you can be able to apply for some insurance thing, and then they could pay off the salary for the player for that season. But they rejected the insurance clause because they feel whoever the company is, NBA, they feel as if Mitchell Robinson can come back before the playoffs. Yeah. If you're not box office, you got to be able to make deep playoff runs as a number one. If you're not box office, you got to be able to make as a number one. If your job is to score, because let's say Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd, they're not a number one option, but you got a system around those kind of players, right? Like Halliburton, he is a number one, but he has the same problems as the smaller players, as Trae Young and Jalen Brunson. So you got to work your way around that. But you can't say he's not, like, that's not the leader of your team. Like, it would take someone around Halliburton that was a super scorer, a really good scorer, to, you know, be the number one guy. So by number one, a lot of times, again, we just throw these words out there, like the word superstar. All of a sudden, you put that on the table and everybody got their own interpretation of it. When I hear the word number one, somehow everyone got their own interpretation of it. So when you say a number one, usually we're referring to a number one option. A number one option is the scoring option. So if you're not box office, you got to be able to make a deep playoff run as a number one. As a number one, very few guys, right, that could do that, to be a number one scoring option and lead you to a deep into the playoffs. This team is a better team. Brunson isn't better than Luka or SGA. Okay. He's not supposed to be. And SGA is not a leader like Brunson, I don't think. And he ain't got a team like OKC around him. He ain't got Chet around him. He ain't got all his defensive, like, come on, man. Give Brunson his props. And SGA is probably a better defender. Not probably, he is. SGA is a better two-way player. SGA's MVP. Oh, bro, I think he's second in the league right now with MVP odds. But Brunson's creeping up. Brunson's creeping up with the MVP odds. They both got teams surrounding them around them crazy. Peace and love, Tony P. Mitch will be back. Nah, Brunson is a PG version of Tim Duncan. Mr. Fundamental type of guy with that winning gene. Not flashy, just get to his spots, exploits his strengths, and executes with passion every day. Franklin Arroyo. What's going on, baby? But it's a team game. What's the evaluation? Who can dribble better, shoot? Evaluation on what? A Jeter type of player, just focused on winning without the flash. Yeah. He can't be flashy though either. Like, what can Jalen Brunson do to be flashy? Like, be like Trae Young? Is Trae Young flashy? And Trae Young is just the same thing that got Trae Young to the league is what makes him, you know, keep going. Facts, Franklin. Kawhi is the most like Kobe in today's NBA. The Brunson agenda is getting out of hand, man. No, it's not. I think Kawhi is in the same category, except that he didn't lead the same way. Like, remember, Kobe didn't come in the league as a leader. Kobe came into the league as a 17-year-old with a bunch of grown men in the locker room. They were not going to look at him with any sort of respect as a grown man. He had to earn all of it. And even when he was put into the forefront as the guy, when they accepted, okay, this guy is a different kind of animal, he really still couldn't lead because there was some social awkwardness with Kobe. And eventually, he studied all of that. Like, he talks about being like, hold on, I gotta really, like, he is the mad scientist of NBA superstars. It's Kobe Bryant. He really broke the game down like a scientist, specifically, we talking about leadership. He broke it down that way. Like, damn, Shaq left. You got to wipe the team out, get a whole new team in here, and now I could really lead them because there's nobody here sticking around from the old regime that's gonna look at me any differently. A lot of guys, we just treat things like a video game too much. I'm guilty of it as well. But with Kobe Bryant, his career is it's so dope because it tells you a lot. And there's a story of humanity there too, where it's like you could easily be the best player on your team and lose. But you know, he worked with the front office. He was very adamant of just trying to win. And you know, having Jerry Buss there sitting down with them, and then all of a sudden Phil Jackson didn't even like you. Like, he wrote it in his book. He publicly told you about yourself. Then by the time he comes back, it's like, you know what, Phil? The way I was doing it before, I was wrong. I got a different approach now. So Kobe's definitely an example of that, of something that Jalen Brunson has embodied from the beginning. They've been following him since college, bro. So the Mamba mentality that was birthed wasn't even there for the first half of Kobe's career. It was there for the second half of his career, and it's been there from Jalen Brunson's entire career, it feels like, including college and high school, because they do follow him, and he's a leader. Play style-wise, I agree, Ace. Mindset and personality, not even close. Yeah, I'm talking play style-wise. Fabian saying Brunson is wild. Play style-wise, clearly play style-wise, he's not the same as Jalen Brunson. They're not the same kind of player, so it's not even an argument. But you know, you're a hater, Ace Boogie. It's all good. I love you, though. Brunson is a point guard version of Tim Duncan. I think you said that earlier. Brunson will not be better than any point guard considered a superstar. So by default, Brunson is rated when comparing him against Starbury. Yeah, I mean with the Marbury thing, You know, we saw him. He's from here. He's from the city, man. So it's tough to have that conversation. But even Marbury himself would be like, nah, Brunson got it figured out at that age. And he has all these ingredients around him since he was a kid, a pup, you know, having that. Remember, I don't want to disrespect John Moran's father, but it is what it is, bro. Like you're not Rick Brunson, and you didn't create this, you know, a tandem or some, you know, allegiance with Leon Rose, and you know, you formulated something in this, you know, this a staple in this game. Obviously, you know, John Moran's pops didn't have a staple in his game prior to his son coming in here and they got it out the mud, and that's amazing. But you sit in the front row with a cup in your hand. Like, we just got to be real about it. I'm not blaming him for anything John Moran did, but there is a laissez-faire attitude towards Ja, and it's okay. He's young. He gets to mess up. He blew 200 million apparently, whatever it is. He'll get it back because he's a super duper star. But imagine if he acted more like Jalen Brunson. This would be a whole other conversation. It just would be. And a lot of that has to do with whoever's around this guy his whole life. Like, we've seen it from the beginning. We can see the videos now. A bunch of them are surfacing. So, you know, we just can't. We got to celebrate greatness. We've seen Derek Jeter, bro. We've seen, like, damn, we got to respect that dude, because on and off the court, he's just graceful. It's like seeing, you know, Brunson is Brunson. Brunson isn't considered a superstar outside of New York. That's all they got to be, is considered a superstar here, bro. That's how it started again with Derek Jeter. That's the last guy I can remember that did this. So you keep laughing, Ace Boogie. You're going to eat your words soon. Brunson is not a superstar. He's an all-star. Big difference. He's more than an all-star. An all-star is just a popular thing. A superstar is someone who's excellent at their craft and they're popular. Combine those two. Or either or, to be honest with you. Because, again, superstar, I throw it on the table. Everybody in here is going to have their own version of what a superstar is, right? But for me, my opinion, forget a superstar. I'm focused on franchise players, because anybody could fit the realm of a superstar, but not everybody could be a franchise player. Kobe Bryant was a franchise player. Jalen Brunson is a franchise player. You even have role players who are franchise players because they'll do anything for the win, right? Like, you know, DiVincenzo and Grimes and these guys, and not Grimes and Josh Hart. They have franchise player type of qualities where we're going to do the best thing we can when it comes to winning for the organization, especially once we have the leadership intact. So the franchise player tag comes about because you happen to have that talent level, along with the, hey, let's get this organization going. You know, you jump behind me. Now you could put complementary pieces around me, and maybe I'm a superstar, maybe I'm not. Tim Duncan, you guys are not going to like this opinion. Tim Duncan was not a superstar. He's not walking outside and getting flailed by everybody. It's not going to happen. He's a superstar for us. Like Ace Boogie just said, Brunson isn't considered a superstar outside of New York. Okay, Tim Duncan wasn't considered a superstar outside of basketball, right? Like, as a basketball player, he's a superstar. A lot of people conflate the word superstar with somebody that's big time outside of the game, and that just isn't the case. Now Brunson is showing in New York City, everybody, your girl, your mama, your grandmother, they're all going to ask about Jalen right now. The Brunson effect is real. I can't wait for you guys to try to flame me about Tim Duncan so I could just... Y'all can't have your superstars. We got to win. A big difference. Right now, Brunson, CAA Mafia is hilarious. Right now, Brunson better than LeBron. Dexter, I've been saying that. You guys dime drop. He hates my guts for saying that. What has Shea done in the playoffs? That's tough. That's tough. And Ant-Man's getting at him. He'll stop giving him calls. Tough. Ish hurt you that the Knicks is back. Yeah. Yeah, Ruggs. What's going on? You're right. Ace, don't worry about Ace. We let Ace in the building because we need him. We need the hecklers in here to tell us, hey, my team sucks. Now I got to take it out on you guys. You guys ain't going to win either. Misery loves company. And we ain't with your kind of company, brother. Put on a Knicks jersey. Death Row Records, baby. LeBron will make the Knicks worse. Hilarious. I ain't arguing with you. Danny Berry was good, yo. I don't care about the Knicks being good. These dudes just drinking the Kool-Aid too fast. Are we? Are we? Bro, we're damn near second best team in the East right now after we've been telling you for how long. Brunson is that good. They're following his leadership. Isaiah Hartenstein is that good. He's that good. And then you get OG in the mix. What do you mean too fast? How can you say too fast? You think we're just dumb Knicks? That's the problem with you guys. We've been watching basketball our whole lives, bro. We really critique these. Do we see them in the street? We see them in the playground. We see all these guys in high school. We see them in college. We really talk the game. I'm not, you talking to people. Now, I understand certain Knicks fans that you may be confusing me with, Ace. These guys are R.J. Barrett fans. Like, all right, we got to critique these guys correctly. I don't know what you think you're saying, but sooner or later, you're going to have to convert. Ace Boogie, Zach Lowe, all these ESPN guys, they're saying it. Forget Stephen A. Smith. He's not a real Knicks fan. You know what the hell he's talking about. Sit down, relax, have a Frank, and enjoy the show. LeBron is not coming here. Why is it even a topic? Get off Stephen A. Smith's idiotic narratives. No, because he's a big-time name on YouTube and on ESPN, on everywhere. So we just we'll take any chance to elbow drop Stephen A. Smith on his big-ass forehead. Ace Boogie, you drinking the Kool-Aid too. That's why you here. If we wasn't relevant, you wouldn't be here. CAA Mafia. This is a game that will amplify the Mecca if the Knicks win. CAA Mafia, it's just my opinion. Relax, bro. Yeah, no, not too much hate, guys. Ace Boogie comes in here. He hates on us, but we love it. I'm from New York. Ace Boogie, we love people like Ace Boogie. Throw that hate. Throw the Molotov cocktail. Get the show started. Maybe this game is the reason why LeBron took a few days off. Just saying. He always takes a few days off. He had a 30-point triple double the other day. A 30-point triple double the other day. Ace Boogie came in here celebrating because they won. And what happened 2 days? The 2 games after that, Ace Boogie was quiet. He ain't saying nothing to say about LeBron. If we are supposed to be considered a potential Eastern Conference contender, there is no excuse for the Knicks to lose to the Lakers. That's okay. We beat them earlier this year with LeBron. Yeah, but what if we're not healthy? If OG doesn't play, it gets tougher, bro. Like, we had RJ back then earlier this year and IQ. We still had our guys. Show some respect in here. We earned it. The only backcourt that can probably stop Brunson is the Celtics. Everyone else getting that business. Yeah, and that's my thing with the Celtics. I'm not scared of them anymore because that Drew Holiday signing was crazy. Like, he does bother Brunson a lot. The big guards do bother Brunson. Do not get that twisted. But we have an equalizer now in OG Anunoby. Until, I always say it sounds like a broken record, Jason Tatum, until he figures out that he is possibly the best player in the game and goes to the basket, gets those easier baskets or earns his baskets, put the other team in foul trouble. You have the cable. This is my thing about franchise players or any person that's dominant in the league. If you're that dominant, you can get fouls. If you can get fouls, you have an advantage. You have to use that against the other team. Jason Tatum has that advantage, but he doesn't utilize it. He settles because he's scared. I don't think he has a low IQ. I think he's terrified. I think the moment is real. Being clutch is real. Like, we can't overlook that. Performing when the heat is on, it is what it is. You know how it feels like. There's a difference between trying to talk to a nice looking young girl compared to a bad thing. Come on. You know what that means. Everything's turned up. You know you gotta take a breath, get into your rock mode a little bit, get a little more smooth out here, right? You gotta do that because the risks are higher. Come on, man. You want that. And you gotta let her know, you want this. It's just a different feel. So when the stakes are higher, gotta learn how to calm it down. Slow. That's what slowing things down is. Take a deep breath, chill out. It's weird because it doesn't feel like they play fast. The Lakers, yeah, I know. Maybe quick shots early in the shot clock. I don't know. It could be that. Yeah. I don't know either, Don. Pace works when you have players that understand their role and don't take dumb shots, because a good defensive team will try to get the ball in the hands of guys that don't make smart decisions. Yeah, but I also think that the pace slows down for these good teams because you have an identity. So the Joker, he's gonna slow the pace down, the pace down automatically because he is the point guard. As much as you guys don't think so. Joker's the point guard. I'm out there engineering an offense. Well, I'm gonna pump fake the pass, pump fake another bounce pass, might dish it, set a pick, go down on the post, get the ball in a different position, and then redo the whole thing again. All that stuff takes pace about he's reading and reacting. And when you have a player like that with that ability, that high IQ, he's going to work the defense. That's going to slow the pace down automatically. He's going to think the game. All that running up and down, it's like, I wonder what Magic's pace was, the Lakers' pace was. Hold on a second. NBA.com. Because I was surprised to see he had like a usage rate of like 19 at a certain point, which is really low. Magic usage rate was 19. That is crazy. I thought my whole life he was like a ball stopper. He's really Magic, bro. He's really Magic. Let me see. What season is this? Oh, it doesn't go that far back. It only goes to the 90s. 96, 97. 96, 97. The Bulls weren't even, they were like a bottom 10 pace team with the top defense. They weren't even the top 10, top defense. Wow. They were the best offense, though. Net rating of 14. Surprise, surprise. The Sonics were 12.8. That's cool. I'm not showing you guys that. My bad. Ace Boogie. Nobody in here wanna LOL with you. We dead serious. Yo, Rook, you sound like you from the Bronx or Brooklyn. Let's go down. All the top teams are at the bottom of the league on pace. Check the Clippers, Nuggets, Knicks, and Bucks. Yep, I read that. If all you want is pace, that means you don't have half-court shot creators that are needed in the playoffs. Exactly. Yes, sir. If I hear Gloria Vanderbilt's name one more time, like he's not a clothing line or Christopher Reeves crippled. Those jokes will not be understood by anybody that's like 30 or younger, Fish. Flea's voice relaxing. Or it's because I'm a little sleepy and listening with my eyes closed. I don't know. It's like seeing you. Chill out. I would have seen nightmares if I fall asleep while listening to AllBall cooking LeBron. Pacers are the fastest team because they leak out without even getting the defensive rebound. Yeah, and they also stink in the half-court offense. Like, okay, they're gonna do what? They're gonna just keep floundering, but they gotta get to. They think about it. If you can't play defense like that, let's try to score. Let's get this rebound and score as fast as possible. If we can do that 2 or 3 times extra a game versus when you normally do it, now we can kind of stay competitive. Because I got 2 or 3 more possessions, 6 to 8 more points per game, where I don't necessarily have to play defense. Like that's your offense turning into defense. But you get exposed in the playoffs, no matter how great Halliburton is. And everyone knows I'm a big Halliburton fan. The Cavs are better when Spider runs point guard. They have a real decision to make with him, with Garland and Donovan Mitchell. Like, you got to trade Garland for like Devin Booker. They need a real 2 guard over there, man. I don't know if Keldon Johnson makes sense over there, but Lakers play fast in transition. Do they? I don't know. Woo guard. What the hell does that mean, Woo? Lakers are 9th. That's what pace gets you. Gobert. Yeah, I do say Gobert. I don't know. Gobert, Hartenstein from New York, baby. Rotating on a string, closing out under control, recovery, trust is why the Knicks play great defense. It's not necessarily a Tibbs principle. It's more want and individual effort. Yeah, it is. And you got to have, I think you got to have the players. Like, they have players that are more capable of it physically and mentally. Like, I really don't believe in my heart of hearts, as much as I criticize RJ Barrett, it's not that he didn't want to do any of these things, it's that he couldn't. He can't play fast. He can't, like, he's herky-jerky with a bunch of stuff, and he's slow. So how's he going to really get the pass that he wants? He can't just take that step, go in the paint, fake a shot and kick it out. And there's certain things that he's just incapable of doing. He can dunk, yes. He can finish. But boy, didn't he miss a lot of layups. But the point is that OG Anunoby, it takes nothing for him to go to be underneath the basket and just dunk it. That's an easy basket. That's an easy finish. RJ Barrett, yes, he's probably more skilled around the rim, let's say, right, to make a move. But again, that's why when you guys bring up Kyrie's the best finisher ever. Yeah, for anyone under 6'3", because anyone over 6'4" can yam it on you. So they can finish with a layup, or they can pump clutch, double clutch, and finish with the other hand, get the and one, because they're going to be physically more dominant. So OG's going to be physically more dominant. He's going to get more and ones than RJ Barrett, probably. You know what I mean? So these efforts on the offensive end, it means a lot. And on the defensive end, it means a lot to have OG Anunoby. And then it makes it easy. Like Grimes, he's been a pretty good one-on-one defender. And imagine having that with the OG Anunoby. It changes a lot of things. The team got rid of 2 Geminis, and the team chemistry got better. You have a couple of guys that know how to make themselves skinny on the screen, which is hard to do. Skinny on the screen. So that means if you're skinny on the screen, you close, you can you can go above the screen, right? Because if you don't go under the screen, you go over the screen, right, Fish? We need him for real. Diatribe. We using big words now. We are, and AllBall and Flea have been getting on my big words, Fish. You questioning my vocabulary gangster too now, man? Damn. AllBall, what up? Teammate need to be alert. Julius Randle already bought in within Brunson we trust. Stephen A. Smith his 17 threes in a row. 1.5. Salute, fellas. We should just be yelling 1.5 at Stephen A. Smith in the streets every day. Superstar ain't what you look like, is what you do. Oh, snap. Knicks Mafia, CAA Mafia. Knicks are getting a clutch client soon. Looks like it. And maybe it's Brock. Who do you want? CAA Mafia? Because it's LeBron is up there now, like he's in the mix, right? But it's been DeJounte Murray and Brogdon that have been talked about that were the clutch clients. Who would you want from that's under clutch that on the Knicks? Most media pundits give stupid takes for shock value. Yeah, it became that. But now on YouTube, it's like we could do some of that. It's we're trying to have fun, but at the same time, you want to do what you want to do. Brunson top 3 point guard in the NBA. Share like everyone. Luka, SGA, Brunson top 3. West Fleet Snipes. LA is a home game for the Knicks as well. I'm taking Brunson mid-range game over Shay's. I don't give a F. That's tough. Because that's where SGA in the paint, SGA is tougher than Brunson because he got the size on him. He's 6'6", bro. But mid-range. And Brunson is he the most underrated post-game player in the league? He's like one of the best post-game players. He has one of the best post games in the league. Where's Ace Boogie at? So you can hate on that. One of the best post games in the league in an era where you're not supposed to post up. Brunson is posting up. He takes advantage of every single fundamental. I forgot who said it earlier. Big time fundamentals. He takes advantage of all of it. Brunson is top in the MVP run, hands down. Turbo. It's a big statement from you. Tibbs and 40-year-old LeBron seems like a match made in heaven. Hell nah. LeBron don't fit this team. LeBron would have the ball all the time. We're not willing to give LeBron no more rings. F out of here. I agree. The Knicks remind me of the 95 Lakers. Nick Van Exel, Eddie, what's his name? Eddie Jones, Eldon Campbell. 95 Lakers. Cedric Ceballos. That's tough. Brunson better than Nick Van Exel. LeBron would turn Brunson into Dennis Schroeder. That's crazy. LeBron only got a couple more years. Randall got 10 years. Golden Knight merge. What's going on, baby? Just here to say the Knicks are going down today. Out there, you came in here to tell us that? To tell us they're trying to end our 9-game winning streak, Golden Knight merge? You better try. We the hottest team in the league. Most popping team in sports right now. Sports, all of it. Even with the Super Bowl at the helm. We more popping than both of them teams. Your man Patrick Mahomes. Only reason why they popping, they got the cheat code with Taylor Swift. Without Taylor Swift, the Chiefs would have been nothing. A bunch of dirt, as AllBall would say. So I got murked when I said the move for OG was dirt and for sand. A lateral move because you basically didn't give up much. And Dolan going to need to cut a check. Now, Dolan needs to cut a check. Yeah, it wasn't a lateral move, Fish. You were wrong. Accept it. LeBron too expensive, and he will want his son here. Also, Bronny doesn't have same motor, and Knicks will be destroyed by counterculture and an old star who needs to go back to the Cavs spider over LeBron. Right now, if we get Donovan Mitchell and you add him to this, that's not bad. But if you trade pieces for him, that's when I got pissed off about him. Cavs would often mess up their entire team up to get LeBron. Their team would have been trash. Yeah, true. Cavs gave away their picks for Mitchell. They can't get LeBron without messing up their entire team. Yeah, they'll have to give up like Mobley or something like that. Amari Green probably sat out yesterday's game and played tonight. Yeah, he did. BR 3-team trade has Bleacher Report 3-team trade has New York Knicks receive DeJounte Murray, Kenrick Williams. Knicks lose Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, a 2024 first-round pick, and a 2025 first-round pick from Miami. And you know what? If we lose those 2 first-round draft picks, right? Are you seeing that? Let me see Bleacher Report. Let me see Knicks. Hey, Julius, calm down over there, man. Knicks. Who is it? Knicks. Murray rumors. A 3-team trade to land on New York complete Knicks trade deadline. See, but and this is what we mean by this, bro, guys. Like, why is it that all these big organizations they're allowed to how you say that? Clickbait. Everyone's allowed to clickbait but us. They don't love us. A 3-team trade to land DeJounte Murray in New York. Complete Knicks trade deadline. I mean, New York Knicks, one of the hottest teams in the NBA since former Toronto Raptors OG Anunoby into their rotation. They're 15-2. DeJounte Murray. All right, Zach LaVine is also somebody else on the Knicks. Excuse me, in clutch, right? I don't want him here. Too much money for a guy like that. DeJounte Murray and Zach LaVine have been floating around in the trade rumors all season, but neither has been connected to New York many times. But neither has been connected to New York many times. Is that a typo? But neither has been connected to New York many times. Who wrote that, guys? Get it together. The Knicks have the picks and salary necessary to swoop in and spoil other teams' hopes to land one of those stars. And below, you'll see a path for that swoop. Before we jump into specific reasons, yeah, see, they just, yeah, Bleacher Report. I could do that. Bleacher Report. LeBron James always sits the game before he comes to the Garden every year. He always trying to come here and wild out. I hope he shame his ass. Questionable. Obi's questionable Grimes is out. Yep. Doo-wop laugh. Yeah, Doo-wop is crazy. The only way LeBron fit this team is coming off the bench. Jason not here, but his spirit is. If LeBron goes to a championship aspiring team like the Knicks, he would need to sacrifice and come off the bench. He's no longer a 1 or 2. Folks need to keep it a buck. That's the only combo I'm having. Now, you know, Fish, we agree with that one. I believe he will. Just Knicks, what's going on, baby? I appreciate your love, man. Appreciate all of them. I'm telling you. Isaiah Jackson, you too, Isaiah Jackson. I've been seeing you around here, man. Appreciate you. Knicks Rehab, AllBall TV. Y'all doing your thing for us. Appreciate it. I wonder if this team was 100% healthy, we'd be talking about trades like this. I know, right? If we're 100% healthy, well, I don't know, because with how much better can you get than 15-2? And with Mitchell Robinson there, you know what the other thing is, Isaiah Jackson? If we're 100% healthy, Mitchell Robinson is healthy, and I don't know if at some point Tibbs goes, because I believe we're better with Hartenstein in the starting lineup. I don't know if Tibbs has the cojones to go, I kind of like our lineup with Hartenstein better than Mitchell Robinson. And it's a lot easier to say that with Mitchell on the bench with a cast on, right? Than experimenting with the lineups. He's very stubborn, Tibbs is. We know this. So it's like a blessing in disguise with that. So a lot of luck, of course, when it comes to winning. But when it comes to decision-making like that, you have to bring a good point. If this team was 100% healthy, would we be talking about these trades? Because anything goes at that point. Everything changes. Sliding doors effect, right? Knicks are winning, but I don't see any individual player as a leader. They play well together. Brunson is making the right plays. The leadership is the coaching staff. No heart. That's not true, because you should see how, like, Brunson on the court, the way he interacts with them, he is their guy. Like, he's also telling Tibbs to calm down, and like, there's a lot to him. They look to Brunson, man. They really do. No heart, and those role players don't have franchise player tendencies. There's no halfway franchise player. Not a halfway franchise player, but I'm talking about the players you have that are willing to give up. You know, they have franchise player intangibles, but they don't have franchise player talent or skills. Physically, there's nothing they could do about trying to be a franchise player. You know, all these role players, super role players, Robert Horry, I guess Robert Horry, but all these guys that can show how to be a role player, a professional. Like, being a franchise player is the talent, and you're a pro, basically. That's what it boils down to, being a professional. That's what I meant by that, Fish. Clearly, a role player can never be a franchise player. A role player could be a superstar, though, which is my point. He doesn't have to be you don't have to be a professional to be a superstar. You could be very popular and play basketball at a high level, meaning the NBA, and be a superstar. We've seen it, right? We've seen it before. Who? Jeremy Lin became a superstar in like a month. We've seen it. So I don't have many examples right now. I'm getting tired. Ace Boogie needs to stop hating. The Knicks are good and becoming a championship level team. The shade is crazy. Nah, we love Ace Boogie. Keep hating. Ace Boogie, opinion is based on facts. Hate is an opinion based on emotions. Stop hating. Tatum tries way too hard to create fouls. If he just slows down, and plays, he'll be fine. You think so? I think he doesn't. Like maybe he would score more without, you know what I mean? Like you said, trying to do whatever it is. I like him going to the basket and just putting the other teams in foul trouble, like making them foul him. Like, how do you? That's a skill, right, Fish? Me going to the basket, I can hit this layup if I go half a second faster. But if I go half a second slower, I'm so much better than you guys and more talented that me going I can literally change speeds, go half a second slower, make you foul me because I want the and one, but more importantly, I want the foul. Because putting people in foul trouble in the penalty, that's what the game is about. To me, that's the game within the game. Forget the score, forget how much and time keeping your timeouts. But once I put you in the penalty, that changes your whole defense. If I got you in foul trouble from the beginning of the quarter, you're done. You're in trouble. No pun intended, foul trouble. Bone on Twitter. I don't know what that bone means. Yo, Clipper Nation tapping in. What's up, Bones? Get busy. Welcome, Bones. No way I just heard Brunson's a top 3 point guard. You heard it, Bones. We ready for the Knicks murdering Lakers? Almost. Stoxino. Every time I see your name, I hear Dime Dropper with that jingle. Skinny on the screen is making yourself thin, going under a screen, but still in your stance. Gary Payton, Eddie Jones, Kobe were great at it. There you go. I got it halfway right? Bones, it's a soccer chant. I mean, IG jingle in a way, too. I cracked up when the other day after doing that chant, he stopped talking about basketball and jumped into a soccer talk out of nowhere for a minute. You're going to get down like that. He got ADD like me. Listening to Knicks fans would make you think they got the best team in the league. Hey, Bones, got busy. We do. What the hell are you talking about? Where the hell you been? Man, been on Knicks Rehab. Get it together. You know, damn, well, I can't wait to see this game. Y'all better win, Fab. Tonight? I don't know. It's just tough. We're injured, and I just expect to give a good effort. I want Thibodeau. If the game is not if we don't have a chance of winning the game, sit Brunson down, Thibodeau. I don't want to make the OG call on you, Tibbs, in the streets. Brunson needs to be in the playoffs, bro. Chill out. Yeah, you see it. This MF is delusional. LeBron needs this support. He converted enough Lakers fan to right path. I still don't think Lakers fans like LeBron. DeJounte going to Knicks after all this is going to be hilarious. You think so? Levine and DeJounte star in 2024. Right. I don't. They're like borderline all-star, right? I'll agree with that, Plazy. Knicks are still getting Zion. I want nothing to do with Zion. I think he averages like 7 rebounds a game. He's supposed to average 20 rebounds a game. He's way too big to be playing these games. Yo, Phoenix Plazy, are we getting 0-3 Doc Rivers led Bucks tonight? I don't know. Not gonna lie, right? Not gonna lie, Fabian's right. Knicks hottest team in sports. Did you see the Rudy Gobert quote after he got snubbed from the All-Star? At my Hall of Fame speech, I'll be able to joke about how many times I got to enjoy some extra vacation. That's funny. And nobody wants to see you in All-Star game, Rudy Gobert. That's why we don't hold you in. Bucks players did all that dance on a former coach's grave for going 0-2 with no one. I'm crying. That is crazy. Did they lose to Detroit? Who did they lose to that was bad? Like the Bucks are the least scariest 30-win team at this point ever in the history of the NBA. And like 30-win team with a super duper MVP caliber dude. We don't need Zion. Chill. Exactly. Joe Sting. He cooked though, not gonna lie. He's a stone cold lock for the Hall. he deserved over Cat this year as well. He might, I mean, all-star accolades as far as, you know, they get their money and everything. But as far as an all-star game, I don't know if we need to change the rules up and vote for an all-star game that's like a pickup game. We want to see like just the best players or the most fun players. Because the all-star game thing to me has turned into some like a crazy spectacle, bro. They don't even play, you know, if you put that much money on the in-season tournament, why not put double that and make the all-star game better? Because that's the best players. Like the in-season tournament, you're incentivizing every team in the game. But what about if you incentivize the best players in the game or the most popular players in the game? These are who the fans want to see. Like this should be the Super Bowl of best players. When else do your best players get to play against each other? Literally, the best players in the game, all on one court. Best coaches of the year. That's supposed to be a very competitive like exhibition. If this is a video game, you got your best, I got my best. That would be kind of crazy. $10 million for each player. They will go nuts. 10 million? Maybe 12 million. Yeah, but accolades matter. So you're saying that they should expand all NBA to a fourth team? Listen, I'm down for an all NBA to a fourth. Yeah, Phoenix plays E, because then what is an all-star game really? It's being exploited now. The only reason why, I mean, I just saw, what's his name? Damian Lillard is like, I think 10th in jersey sales, so he's still popular. But I thought he got most of those votes because he was in Milwaukee and he's in the Eastern Conference. But I think 10th most jersey sales, that's big time. So he's still a superstar in a way, right? But is there some Midwest homerness to Donovan Mitchell and Damian Lillard getting that many votes and Halliburton getting that many votes there in the Midwest? I don't know. We need Jeremy Lin coming off the bench. I'm just saying, if you're going to exclude non-flashy players from the All-Star game, you should add additional All-NBA teams so they get reward. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Phoenix. That's dope. You got 4 levels of the most serious players in the game. And that's 5 times, that's 20, and that's 20 players as opposed to 15, right? I like that idea. Imagine making a game off the All-NBA game. That's too much. Fabian perspective, expected, so accepted. Knicks Rehab. Da don't like, comentario, subscribe. Love y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share this thing, man. 100 people in the building today was crazy. It was amazing. Love y'all.